Hello, 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 and welcome to this week's Q&A Thursday here with the Rag Company crew. I'm Dane Hennen. To my right, Levi Gates.
What's up, dudes?
And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
What's going on, guys?
And this is the Q&A panel.
It's Friday Eve, as we call it.
Yeah,
at the Thursday Q&A.
Just forget calling it Thursday.
Fridays
it's Friday
just
Eve.
hit different in the fall, right?
That's
You know,
right.
they feel a little
That's right.
spookier, they feel a little creepier. I don't know if you guys saw, but last night we had a moon with a nice mist around it.
And it was a one of those,
like a
scalpel
like a fingernail.
Crescent, as they call it.
Ooh, man, those are the good ones. That's how you know
It's
it's
like a
going to be a
crescent
good
roll.
week, right, or a good
Delicious.
weekend.
Delightful.
So I'm getting excited, right? You know, kind of get into the spirit of Halloween,
sure.
wanting to watch some scary movies, perhaps.
I actually decorated. We've decorated our house.
You
It's been
did?
decorated for a few weeks.
Okay.
Last night I almost took a video. Augie and I changed out the slide on the projector that projects on the building of the house.
Oh, wow.
We put witches on it.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
he was like, I like how this witch, like when it goes by, it disappears. I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
good.
oh, that's spooky. And he's like,
Yeah.
I love this. So
That's great.
But it was because we looked at Ed Iverson's house.
You did.
He posted a video, walk around of his
That guy loves his decorations.
haunted house. Holy cow.
Haunting.
That is beautiful. Ed, you
Yeah.
really taking it up a notch in
Well.
terms of the Halloween dressing.
Another fun thing, right, for people that are into the fall, right, especially here in Boise, right, we've actually opened some of the movie theaters up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And because
That
there
is
are
spooky.
no movies, right, that are out, they are replaying old favorites, right?
Yeah.
So guess what's playing this weekend?
What?
The Goonies on the big screen.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
One of my
wife took the
favorite
kids to
fall
see that.
movies.
Yeah, they loved it. It was great.
So fantastic movie.
So
and
I did watch a scary movie the other night.
Did you really? How scary was it?
I was called The Ritual.
Oh wow, okay, that sounds pretty scary.
Great cast.
Yeah,
Really great cast. Super like creepy. Not sure. So basically, story is four bros, right? They're a group of five, right? They go out drinking one night. They're out
partying,
out
a
at the
little bit,
pub,
a little bit of drinking,
right? They're out
a
at the
little bit,
pub.
yeah,
They're
a little
like,
bit
what
of
should we do
smoking.
for boys' weekend?
Yeah, okay.
They decide. One of them says we should go hiking the King's Trail
The worst
in
idea.
Norway.
Oh
In
man.
Sweden, we should go do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, that's weird. None of us want to hike. Like, we need places with bars and pubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, we just don't want to do Amsterdam. He's like, I just don't want to go to Amsterdam again. So, smash cut. That guy has died.
Wow.
Oh.
The four of them 6 months later are doing the trip in his memory.
Well, that's beautiful.
Right?
I would have done the same thing.
One of them sprains
Dane.
his leg,
Yes.
right, while they're hiking.
Yeah.
And they
Normal-
decide,
normal
hey, let's
injury.
go off course. We're going to cut through the forest.
Yeah.
As the crow flies, shortcut back to the lodge. We should be there tomorrow.
Two crows is good luck. One crow is bad luck.
Right,
Wow.
exactly.
Okay. Well, there's some signs here.
So
I feel like I'm on the wrong podcast.
they cruise into the forest, and that's when bad stuff happens.
Oh wow.
And payoff at the end, you get to see the monster. It's pretty crazy.
Okay.
That
I will
sounds
just say,
really exciting. Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. It's called
I
The
would
Ritual.
love to watch
It's
that
creepy
movie
because
tonight.
it's like they're in the woods, they're camping, like kind of Blair Witch style-y, like creepiness, like, but also like super like cerebral.
Well,
at the
I've
same
been really
time.
wanting to watch
Kinda
that
fun.
really fun comedy. I believe it's called Midsommar. And
That is
so
not a comedy.
hilarious movie.
I've
Love
been
it.
wanting to check
Carly and
that
I
out.
actually watched that. One of our favorites. Great movie.
I seem to
Bring the
remember
kids
that
up.
being one of the last things Morgan said before she left was how much she hated that movie.
Yeah, I watched
well,
that.
that's why she left.
Carly and I watched it. It was a good knee slapper. You laugh,
Oh, boy.
especially at the end. You know, it's a great time.
Feel
But-
good.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
okay.
So we have
No,
some
but also
comments to
creepy,
address.
But again, a lot of rune stones.
Wow.
A lot of
I love that.
Norwegian stuff.
Well,
you
be-
know.
So-
me being 2% Norwegian,
Right.
I respect that.
I respect it.
Dane,
as well.
you don't have any percentage that we are aware of.
I'm actually like 40 or 50%.
Okay,
Prove it, Dane.
well,
Pull it up. Pull it up.
I'm more Norwegian than either of you.
I don't know.
But
if
I don't
that's
think
true.
that's true because we've actually had our DNA
Yeah.
tested.
And we have,
ask my
I have,
folks.
and I am
Any rate.
50% Portuguese, and so that's the highest ranking ethnicity of any
So,
of you.
just in case y'all thought you tuned into the wrong thing and you were very
Well, we were
confused,
waiting
this
for
is a
we were waiting for
detailing
the questions to pop up.
centric
Build some
Q&A.
people up,
They
right? You
wanna
know,
get
get
ready.
it going.
I know. I
Warm
just
up
feel
in
bad
it,
for the
gets
folks
the-
who
gets
are
the
like
warm
just
up
tuning in
going.
and they're like, wait, did I click on the wrong?
Yeah, no, they're in it.
Yeah. Like,
All
I
right.
enjoy tangents. I just want to get people, like, a little bit
Let's
of car-related
get it
stuff
started.
first.
Starting with
Boom,
number
boom, boom.
one
So,
here. We got the
let's-
Nashville bassist coming in. Not the guitarist, not the drummer, but the actual bassist, right? Sometimes
Nashville bassist.
The Nashville bassist. There we go. So he says, are any of you guys going to try out Larry's new coating with the antimicrobial additive? Looks like a game changer.
It's very unique. I
Very
will say
unique.
that.
Unique New York. Yeah, absolutely.
But if you remember, I was telling this to Dane right before we started.
Yeah.
One of the things that we talked about with Justin Pate, if you guys go back to through some of our podcasts, right when quarantine happened, one of the things that he was saying was there was a large surge in PPF that had an antimicrobial coating on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that was a product that had been for sale for a long time and people just were neglecting it.
They didn't really
But there was
consider it necessary.
but
or think
because
about
of
it
COVID,
at all, really.
there's a lot of sign installers, vinyl wrappers, things of that nature that started realizing, oh, I can now wrap tables in this antimicrobial PPF.
On a table makes a lot of sense.
You know,
Yeah.
countertops at restaurants, the
Yeah,
tables
absolutely.
at restaurants. You know, so there was a new market that he noticed in Europe
Yeah.
specifically, but also here in the U.S. that antimicrobial products, you know, are becoming more valuable and more noticeable. And so when we watched Larry's video, he's not wrong.
No.
Putting something like that on your car and all those touch surfaces and stuff, you think about how many times you get in and get out. For me, it also depends on how often you wash it. You know, if you're washing it properly and effectively, you know, it's going to be okay. But for those folks that maybe don't wash their cars a whole heck of a lot,
Yeah.
and they get it coated with this, you know, that's just another little, you know, thing to remember and think about and have and go a little peace of mind, as they say.
Well, and before we get a million questions on it, in that same video, he also talked about graphene.
And he agreed with us.
Yeah,
which was
basically
nice. Same viewpoint.
repeated
we
the same thing
had.
we've kind of been saying since
Yep. There you
first
go.
time someone asked it on here.
All right,
so.
Wheel 68X.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
Saying, sup, guys? Are there any ideas when you'll have the TR1 trigger sprayers back in stock?
We got him hooked, right? We were his first really good dealer, right? He tried it and he's like, guys, I need it. And we said, due to high demand, we've run out of the good stuff. And so right now he's kind of fiending for it.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, Brett. If you'd like to come and play with an IK trigger sprayer, come wash your cars here at the Rag Company, and we'll let you come do that.
He's kind of already done that.
Just kind of, well, I know he's already done it, but he's got one that's pretty cool that, you know, that needs
It's
probably
actually
another
the
quick
car
touch-up.
in the thumbnail for this
What?
very Q&A.
Wow, that's amazing.
His car
Wow.
is the one with the little trifecta of
like
things
that.
being done to it.
Yeah,
Well,
so
fun
anyways,
fact.
but they're going to
we're-
be here in the next week or so.
So
Yeah.
I was talking to John about it, and he said that we're expecting them the first few days of October. The first week of October is essentially where we're getting them, and they've been rushed. I mean, we're trying to get these as fast as we
Well,
possibly
and
can.
we're the only ones getting them in the U.S.
But the good news, guys, is we're not going to run out. I mean, knock on wood. You guys should be
Don't
able
say
to.
that.
You guys should be
ordered
able
a lot,
to
and
get
they
your
are
fill.
direct from Spain, headed straight here.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Which
All right.
I
we are the only ones in the country selling them.
and I'm really happy with all the feedback we've gotten so far from
Yeah.
them, so that's been good.
No, that
All
spray
right,
pattern's
Future
fun.
Prison. Good morning, Rag Company. Good
morning, right back there, bud.
from Australia. What's
right.
happening, dude? John Perone. Yeah, guys, you recommend to use ONR on the headliner with hot water. Do you suggest using a spray bottle or rub it on the spot? You can do both. If it's not too bad, I just use the towel when it's damp, wrung out, and wipe it. For those that are like, man, you got actual soda stains or stuff, coffee stains or whatever. You know, I've had cars that have been in a wreck. The people had a milkshake and it went all over the headliner.
Oh.
You know, for stains like that, then I recommend using a little more liquid. Use the ONR, spray it on if you have to. But I try to do the minimum amount of liquid into the headliner as possible. That makes sense. So as little as possible. Try and keep it all in the towel and use the towel to wipe and absorb and pull and wick, so to speak. So
Makes sense.
I like that.
all right, Despacito.
350Z.
Z34.
C34, sorry.
Berlinetta.
Correct. Yeah.
The Z34 would technically be the 370Z.
Oh, Dane, that's enough. So he says, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Much love from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Scott Weaver, weaving as usual.
Hey.
And he says, just Just recently received my FTW towels, and it's my new favorite towel. Great with bead maker, Matt suggests, and I also love it for the windows too. My Rag Company shirt is also very high quality.
Nice.
Wow.
Choices.
Very nice.
Good job, Scott. Lots of good stuff.
We try and pick like good quality ones.
Clarity Auto Details. Hey guys, I'm coating a 911 Turbo S on Saturday that's wrapped in the textured hexagonal vinyl that deflects radar. Any possible issues using Halo? No. Just, you shouldn't have any issues. It's easy, super easy to put on, super easy to take off. The key is just make sure that you have a short nap towel and a long nap towel.
Would I be wrong in assuming this car's probably going to be used in some kind of like rally type
No,
event?
Dane, that's how I would roll.
That's just a thing people do. Okay, I got to be honest. I'm into cars. That's the first I've heard of vinyl
looks
wrap
like
that
we're gonna
deflects
have
radar.
To find some of that for when we wrap the Jag.
Interesting.
I
Make
think
it
so.
invisible.
Make it invisible, right? I think pretty much all of our cars should be that way because, well, Dane's the only one that's gotten pulled over recently.
Yeah.
And
I know.
and
Well,
he
he's
did
such a speed demon.
for speeding.
That's one thing that
I
is
haven't gotten pulled
notorious.
over for speeding in
Neither have I.
5 years.
Yeah, me
And
too.
So definitely for Dane's Jag.
Yeah, that it's just a problem.
No.
You know, I think you were in the car.
I was in the
Jeff
car
and I
when he got
actually
pulled
saw
over.
it. We were in the car ahead, and we were
Did
like, "Wow."
the police officer who pulled us over on our way down to SEMA, did he not look exactly like Larry
He
Casilla?
could have actually
He
been
could
Larry
have been
Casilla.
Larry Casilla just being a cop for a day.
He didn't really.
that's
He
what
didn't cut Dane a break, but let's just
No.
say he didn't go on his driving record. So
Right,
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Paid the
That's good,
ticket.
but nobody ever forgets though. When
Trying
you
to keep up
speed,
with
you
my dad
speed.
was
Yeah.
a mistake.
Yeah.
No, if you would've
Jeff
stayed on the
Jeff
bumper.
wasn't speeding. Jeff was going the speed limit. We were
No,
just,
my
Jeff had
problem was
been-
I was going the speed limit. Oh, he's too far away. Okay, catch up, and then go back down to normal
Yeah,
speed limit. But he just stayed a constant.
Fun fact:
faster.
this year, both Denali's had the
with the radar cruise, it made it much
so Dane was
easier.
able to
I
just,
was just like,
click on
I'm
that
just
back
gonna
bumper of the
attach to that
Suburban, and
bumper
it was
and
like we had a
follow.
cable, and it was
Yeah.
just we didn't have
Yeah.
to do. I don't think you actually. I think you actually closed your eyes for a little while and took a nap.
I
we
hope
all,
not.
we all,
I was
we
pulling
all,
right
we all
along.
slept a little
I'm
bit.
a safe
yeah.
driver. Let's not give anybody the impression otherwise. Oh my! We
All
got
right,
Ricky here.
from Puerto Rico. Dang it, joined right on time. Waiting a couple minutes to check up on a Motorplast application. Nice.
Ooh.
Good
Joy.
choice.
Mike Spina saying hello, TRC squad. How are y'all today? We're good, Mike. We're good.
Nice.
We did some I did a coding video. We kind of been hanging out. It's been
We
good.
got TRC Europe in here coming over
yeah.
for the
Ooh,
Goonies.
nice,
I would love
nice.
that. You're more than
Nice.
welcome.
Yeah. JJ saying, is there a product that provides UV protection that I can apply to my headlights on a monthly basis? Newish car, and I want to stave off that yellowing and haze.
Tell them all about it.
Also,
folks.
hello.
Nice.
Hello.
So should I just help him right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing. If your headlights have already yellowed in the past, right? They've already faded and you've gone through, polished them out and cleaned them up, that will continue to happen more and more, right? It's just that you've already broken down that coating and the coating has already been broken down. It's going to continue to do that. So a couple of things that you'd be better off doing. If you want to kind of be chasing or be trying to stay ahead of that yellowing, you can use something like Beadmaker that has UV inhibitors. You can use something like C2V3. Those are going to be the easiest things to apply and still offer protection. But no matter what, that yellowing is going to be happening because the exposure that you're getting from the inside of the headlight housing and on the outside of the lens is just going to be double what anything that you could put on the outside could handle. So ultimately what you need to do, polish those things out, get them as perfect as you can possibly get them, and get them wrapped in PPF and then be done with it forever. And then that PPF is going to have so much UV protection. And also, since the oxygen won't be able to get underneath that PPF, it's not going to cause those headlights to yellow. So paint protection film on headlights, I'm a firm believer.
Honestly, like I think that's kind of the new.
It's
like,
it.
If you're
Like,
not a
that's it.
PPF kind of person,
Yeah.
at least do it on the headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just for the sheer fact that it doesn't oxidate. You know, my Camry is a 2014, so it's almost 6 years old now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a
And
relatively new vehicle amongst all of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
relatively, probably one of the newest vehicles.
my
in the-
newest vehicle that I have is a 2006.
Well, no, you have a.
Yeah, I was going to say he's
That's
kind
not
of
mine.
You have a
ignoring.
2018.
That's not
Camry's
mine.
technically not mine either. It's
Oh,
my
that's
wife's.
true. Okay,
Yeah,
so
well.
we'll bring
So-
our wife's cars into
There we
this.
go. So on my wife's car,
Yeah.
that's one thing that I wish I would have done when I bought it was done PPF on the headlights because now I'm getting that failure on the headlights where I'm going to have to sand them down.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to recoat them or pull them and paint them or something, put some 2K clear on them, and then PPF them.
But once you're in the cycle of
No,
PPFing them,
just-
it's such a satisfying experience to just
Just
peel off the worn out PPF
polish
from the
them and
previous
just PPF it.
installation,
Yeah.
and and you got a fresh
and
pair of headlights underneath, ready to go.
I don't even have to clear
You
them.
don't
I
even
could
need to
just
clear
polish
them.
them and then
Yeah,
put the
but
PPF
no, that's
over
it.
the top.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you
We
have to
did
do.
a video on it.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
actually.
So,
Anyway, so that hopefully answers your question. We have Scoopmaster says, "Hi to
sir.
all. I want to buy an 8 to 10,000 car, a person after our own heart." Right? Basically, I love that. Oh, to lend to his customers. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Thoughtful guy.
While I work on his car
would
on
be
the
a good
ceramic
car.
coating, with that, what would be a good car? I'm thinking of an Elantra or a Tucson.
I think either of those would be perfect. And we all know Hector
Honestly, might even be too fast for what you need.
Scoopmaster
Too
is
furious?
a Hyundai enthusiast and is known for
Yes.
a 400 horsepower Hyundai himself.
The scoop in his name is
Really?
actually
Okay.
S-Coupe,
Yeah,
for
it's
those who
S-Coupe.
hadn't
It's a Hyundai.
figured
He's
it
a
out
Hyundai
yet.
enthusiast. So, being a Hyundai enthusiast, I wholly support this idea of either an Elantra or a Tucson.
Well,
I
yeah.
think that would make a great, loaner car.
Yours has had minimal maintenance needed to go as long as it
Right.
has.
And if I was to reopen my detail shop
Yeah.
and do loaners again, which I thought was a great program, worked really well for me,
Yep.
I would 100%, I'd do some matching, maybe like an Elantra and a Tucson, because every once in a while you got customers that need
Yeah.
a little bit bigger vehicle
more
for
cargo
kids
area.
or whatever,
So realistic for $8,000 to $10,000, you couldn't just buy a Tucson and an Elantra?
possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Realistically, you could.
And so
Quite
that could
possibly get
be an
that.
option, right?
Or an
detail
Elantra
'em up.
GT if you're feeling crazy.
Well, detail them up, coat them, do all the stuff that you want to do so that they look nice
Yeah.
for the customers. And then when they're driving them, let's say it's raining, do like part of the windshield where
yeah.
you coat it.
Yeah.
So
they
that
can
one
see
side's
the-
on, 'cause
oh,
they
yeah.
can see, and they're like, "What was all over that window? That was crazy!" Like,
Yeah, it's all
I
gone.
noticed
Nuts.
one side, and they're like, and that's another way to sell it. That's what I did on mine.
Wow, that's a
Same
great
kinda
idea.
way,
It's
you know.
fantastic. Maybe get silver because it's because you don't see as much,
Silver or
white.
white,
Yeah, would be a good option
something
for
a nice
them.
color there, or
Right,
even
something
the
you don't have to
champagne
maintain
gold,
too much.
Something that's not too bad.
Yeah, but the performance
neutral
that you get
color.
out of a Hyundai is
it's unmatched.
It is unmatched.
Unmatched.
And
You
as a
don't-
previous Hyundai Elantra owner,
Yourself, yeah.
myself, or my wife, I should say,
Right.
I got to see really just how capable those vehicles are and how many G's they pull in a turn.
How long did you guys have that for again?
We had it for a little over a year, Dane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
actually almost a year and a half, I
Yeah,
believe.
you had it for quite a while.
We had it for quite some time.
No.
It's a great
He
vehicle.
removed lots of water spots from it.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, we've got Sergio himself, one, here saying, how do you think it would impact the industry if companies like Milwaukee and Makita started rolling out DA polishers, price/quality, question mark.
I think Milwaukee may start making that move. Makita already is doing that. They have a
Yeah.
forced rotation dual action, short throw dual action polisher already out on the market. It's
Yeah.
been out for about 3 years. A lot of
So a
guys
short
that use
throw,
it,
maybe he's looking for the long
a lot of guys that
throws.
use it really like it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's no doubt that they make quality tools.
Yeah,
it's just a
I don't-
matter of-
doubt
think,
that
I don't
either.
think it would affect. I don't think it would affect anything. I think they'd become
Yeah.
another contender. I think they'd
Yeah.
probably line themselves up in the same places, Flex, and probably go from
Yeah,
there.
well, and like cars, like we were just talking about with the Hyundai stuff, there's going to be brand loyalty that people kind of
Yeah.
stick to when it comes to tools. They like
Saw
to
a
have
new-
things match a
saw
lot
a
of
new Kia
times.
Optima the other day.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's
design.
wowed.
Vicious. Absolutely vicious.
yeah, no,
I'll
absolutely.
say that.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, honestly though, that the one that I actually really like the most, the
The
Hyundai
Stinger?
Stinger, man,
Or Kia Stinger.
or the
That's
Kia
the
Stinger,
Kia
sorry,
Stinger.
Kia Stinger. That was, man, those cars. I heard one with an exhaust the other day for the first time. I've never heard one with an exhaust,
Oh,
and they sound
Not bad.
brutal, man. They're
it's good. And if you're not a hatchback guy, which I prefer the hatchbacks like the Stinger,
likes
but
it 'cause you can put a dresser in the
you
back.
can get the
That's what he's
Genesis.
toilet.
The Genesis G70 is the Stinger's high-end sedan counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing Dane likes to do when he is shopping for a car is he has a dresser that he takes with him and then actively opens rear trunks, puts seats down, all that stuff, and then wants to put it in and tries to
It's known as
the hatch.
Dane's dresser rule.
Yeah.
If you can't
If you
fit
can't
it
fit
in
it,
the back of the car,
yeah.
then the car's not worth it
Right.
to me.
No, well,
Yeah.
no,
Or treadmill.
It
Or
makes a lot
treadmill.
more sense. And Hyundais are great because Jon Snow himself of Game of Thrones actually backed the Genesis brand, right?
yes.
And really really brought that up. And so moving on here, we have Alkaline Trio says, what live stream did I join? Runes and Death Monsters.
The Rag Company.
Right.
live
You're right
Q&A.
where you belong.
never know
Right
which
where you
trio.
belong, bud.
Scoop telling us what we already do.
Yeah, Hyundai biased. Danny Israel, Dane, welcome to the Q&A Thursday or podcast or Decoration Central.
Who really knows anymore?
Yeah.
All right, we got Prestige.
Good morning, TRC crew and everyone. Love my 4 a.m. wake-ups to watch the show. Gave Kosh F6 ago, and as a one-step, I think it'll be my go-to. Super easy wipe-off. Y'all got to try it out. Impressive.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Jeff C. says, I used crystal sealant on a friend's truck 6 months ago. It's still there, but he wants to get it topped off before winter. Should I decon or reapply or do a light polish first? You can just reapply. If it still spills smooth,
It's
you can
tough
just you
stuff.
can
Yeah,
just
if there's
top
no
it off.
scratches or anything you got to worry about, I
Yeah,
just top it
just
off,
top it off.
man.
And then JT says, do you guys sell PNS Express? Yes, we do.
We have for quite a while, actually.
Express is one of our favorite interior cleaners. You can check it out at theragcompany.com.
Yep.
And pick yourself some up. Dan Pfeiffer says, good afternoon and word up from Minneapolis.
Great word up.
Great to see you all and even you, Anthony. Wow, thank you, Dan. I really feel special feeling, kind of isolated there at the end.
Well, and then he followed up with a nice yo to Jeff C. over there.
Fellow Minnesotan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fellow Viking.
Got to stick together. All right. We've got Bucky VW here with a Volkswagen Porsche in the thumbnail saying, Happy Thursday. It's Q&A time. Hope you're all doing well. Good luck to all the Grandmaster applicants. Such a cool thing you guys do.
Yeah,
cheers
nice.
from Southern Alberta.
Cheers, brother.
Well, cheers
Speaking
right
of
back.
which, how many days are left to apply? One.
That's
day,
it.
Friday, tomorrow.
One day.
You got
Tomorrow is
one.
the last day, so you need to go out and
Get on it if you haven't.
and go apply, guys, because once it's gone, that's when the choosing begins.
Yeah.
We start going through. We sit down. All of us sit down.
Yeah.
Cups
Yeah.
of coffee,
Quite nice.
pens and papers. I have like a whole thing that we set out and we roll everybody out and we
painstakingly go through the list.
each individual person
Checking each profile out, seeing what works, what doesn't. And pro tip, if your account is private and you've submitted your account as a possibility,
Undo that.
You might want to unlock that really fast. Otherwise, if it stays private, you're automatically disqualified.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Automatic.
You can't see your stuff.
All right. We got Sergio himself here.
Last week you mentioned some new shirts. Soon. It's getting cold. Are we getting new sweaters too? So we are including, it's a design from last year at SEMA. And it was a bag that we made where we put our towels inside these individually placed bags and hung them and decorated our booth with these bags.
If you watch our SEMA video, you'll see them.
So the logo design that we're doing on the shirts is that bag. So it's a new color, new logo.
It's cool. It's blocky. It's
T-shirt.
modern.
Yeah. Now, new sweatshirts. We are creating a zip-up whiskey hoodie. So that is what's in this current order that is coming with the new shirts. So we restocked. I placed a restock order for all the shirt designs, and then the new shirt and zip-up whiskey hoodies. So
looking forward to those.
yeah. So we'll see how we do. And then remember, guys, with winter, obviously we have a ton of beanies as well.
Oh yeah, the fleece-lined ones.
Yeah, fleece-lined
nice.
beanies,
Yeah.
really nice. And they're inexpensive. You can pick them up.
Yeah.
So.
I think with all the detailing products we sell, people forget we got some pretty cool swag too. So, got Danny Israel here asking the important questions, saying, "So, how do you pronounce Koshkemi or Koshemi or Coke Kemi?" Like, there's been a million different ways
Good
people
job,
say
Dan.
it.
You
So,
said it all ways.
either way. Anything beyond that might not be suitable for air. But we've got Steven here saying, wash car. When it got around to drying wheels, rotors have rusted. Driving car after that would spray orange dust on my black wheels. Any way to make this better? Thanks.
No. So anytime, I'm serious. Anytime that you're spraying water or a wheel cleaner or anything on your rotors, you're going to have that reaction because rotors aren't coated. That's bare metal.
It's about as bare as it gets.
Yeah, so you're going to have that chemical reaction regardless. There's no way really to stop that. The key is just make sure that you've put a nice coating on your wheels or and that way it's easier to remove. But
You slam your brakes everywhere you go, you'll clean them off.
yeah, short of not ever driving your car, that's the only way to prevent it. So,
But let's be realistic. You're gonna.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. So Don Bush says, did a chemical mechanical Sonax Perfect Finish Blackfire sealant on a 7-Eleven gas station, working from home, so it's not driven much. Let it be for the winter, or do a mechanical Uno bead maker for the next 6 months. Man, that's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot going on there.
I just leave it, honestly. If you haven't driven it that much and you did it on July, you should be good for the winter. If you want, I would honestly just spray some bead maker on it and call it good. Literally.
You're going to be fine. I'm trying to think, going through everything on there.
Chemical decontamination, mechanical decontamination, Sonac's perfect finish, polish. Then
I don't think you need to go through the whole polishing thing again. I think you just need to hit it with more sealant and then call it good and then revisit it, because basically there's no reason to polish multiple times a year unless you have to. So try to avoid polishing. Yeah. Stephen Trend says CSL plus XO on car. After a year or two, when the XO properties are gone, what steps should I take to reapply XO?
Well, if there's no scratches or anything, it's just a decon wash. And then paint prep or panel wipe, and then reapply XO. Honestly, that's it.
Pretty straightforward.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have to polish the surface. If you don't have to polish anything, which you shouldn't, if it's that okay, then you should just be able to reapply XO.
But once again, only you are going to be able to tell for sure. If you're looking at it, you'll know. We got Clarity Auto Details here.
Car's the only one in Utah with it. Lol, this guy is insane.
Not sure what that's in reference to. Which guy had?
I think at the 911.
Yeah, the 911 with the radar.
Well, the guys.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So who's I wonder who the shop is that put this on.
I know they're probably one of those shops that likes to stay under the radar, so to speak.
You're so funny, Dane. You have to leave now.
Let us know, Clarity. All right. Blessed 921.
Blessed be.
12.
Yep.
Yes.
I enjoy your guys' towels. I have a question. So I've been using OptiSeal and Bead Maker as a drying aid, and I've followed all the recommendation for washing and drying. And now they're water repellent. What do I do? That is the age-old question.
Yes.
When you use a sealant, such as OptiSeal or Bead Maker, and you're sealing the car, you are sealing those towels. And we've talked about this probably till the cows come home, but plain and simple, do a pre-soak. Put your towels in the sink or in a bucket. Put a little bit of all-purpose cleaner in there. Let them do a little light soak to kind of help break it up. Make them soak overnight. Wring them out. Throw them in the wash. Free and clear detergent, cold or warm, and then utilize a half a cup of distilled white vinegar in your bleach port. Now, this may not break it totally up, but it does do a very good job. Now, you could also use another product, an actual microfiber detergent known as Micro Restore instead of a free and clear detergent. That would help a little bit more. Now, we are currently working on a new way to make this work for all of us. So stay tuned on that. But in the current setup, use it this way. Free and clear detergent, half a cup of distilled white vinegar, and then wash them.
Fair enough. We got Don following up to let you know.
It's a black BMW X4 and it's garage kept.
Yes,
dude,
sir.
I say let it ride. All right. Hansi saying, yay. Just got home from cleaning a veteran's sofa with the special veterans discount I started doing since the beginning of the month. Awesome,
Great.
brother. Appreciate it.
Hope to hear
Good
that's
job.
working out well.
Great job, Hans.
We've got Scoop Master.
I jumped on the graphene train and cannot be happier. Money, customers like newest stuff. Ethos, very good. Adams, I don't like that much. $100 to $150 upgrade from my 5-year regular coating. They love it. Awesome, dude.
Hey,
Keep
if it works
killing
for
it.
you, no fault there.
Don Bush, Chicago Midwest winter prep. Basically, dude, like we said, I think you're good to go. I don't think you're going to have any issues. You seem like the kind of guy that's already
You're on top
got his
of it.
gear down and knows what he's doing. So for me, if it was me, I'd just keep spraying Bead Maker on it for the rest of the winter, and then in spring, revisit it.
Yeah, you really don't need more than that. Blessed, back in the saddle again.
My towels are water repellent after using it. Same thing. Yeah, you got the answer, brother. Hopefully it worked. All right. Dino. Hey, gang. Still working, but headphones on and listening to you guys.
Oh,
Thank
glad
you,
to
Dino.
hear,
We
Dino.
appreciate it. Fletcher saying, what's up, TRC? And then, do you recommend PPF, then a graphene and ceramic business?
Oh, he's asking one versus the other.
So basically recommending putting PPF and then a coating over that.
It sounds like he's comparing the two. Do you recommend PPF rather than graphene in a ceramic business?
So
I think
I'm
most
gonna say
shops
it
offer
depends on the
multiple
customer
services.
and it's up to you. If you want to wash the car a lot and you want to protect it from rock chips and things like that, then you're going to need that PPF. That's the only thing that's really going to stop rock chips. Coatings, regardless of whether they have a bit of graphene in them or they're ceramic, are not going to prevent a rock chip. They're going to help deflect a rock chip, but they're not going to prevent it. So if that's what really you want to fight against, get PPF and put it on there. That's the only way you can stop that.
True.
That's really the question. So,
All right, we got Scoopmaster back again.
going to be installing Halo on a wrapped Ford Transit. Any tips? Already have experience on regular schematics, but this one's new to me. No, man, you're going to actually fall in love with this coating. It's so easy to use.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
We got Hans.
Well, Levi and Not All Day Anthony are looking clean shaven today.
And I
Well,
am not.
Anthony actually has quite a bit of stubble.
Yeah,
I
he's-
actually shaved this morning.
Yeah, you're smooth.
He
You're
didn't.
not.
You shaved like on Monday or Tuesday, it looks like.
Do you guys know who Paul Allen is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What's Paul Allen?
I
from?
grew up in Seattle.
It's
but,
this. It's his picture.
well,
That's not Paul
no,
Allen.
No.
That's the picture of Paul
No,
Allen.
that looks like a picture
That's a
of
picture of-
Jared Leto.
I know, playing Paul Allen from Psycho.
Whereas he looks like Bates from American Psycho. But at any rate, okay.
No, that's
I use
from
a nice
American Psycho.
Yeah,
It's Paul
yeah,
Allen.
that's Paul
Yeah.
Allen from American Psycho. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the character, and that's the
But also,
name.
Paul Allen is a real person, too.
Is
I know
Paul
that.
Allen a real person?
Yes.
What,
I
who
know
is
that,
he?
But I'm saying
Very, very wealthy, owns many yachts. Okay,
yeah, we
so.
know that.
Really?
We're saying that is the character.
What is the restaurant in American
Oh.
Psycho?
Dorsier?
Dorsia.
Yeah,
Dorsa.
Dorsia.
Dorsia.
So we've gone off on a real tangent here.
I use a nice wire brush
I'll
with some
just
dish
pull
soap
it
for
up and
microchrome
show.
trim. Works great. Nice. Keep going with it, Paul.
All right.
DeWalt is
That tangent was useless.
got out to try out the interior scrub it. This combined with Express Interior, game changer, right, dude?
Well
I used that this
chosen.
weekend on a car because I couldn't, my muscle was killing me. So putting that on made it a lot easier. So Paul Allen, jokes aside, PPF on headlights is forbidden in Germany, and also restoring them is illegal. It's all good as long as there's no accident and insurance problem. Oh,
Yep.
okay, good to know.
And yes,
Didn't know
I'm
that.
aware
That's
the
interesting.
real
Replace your
Paul
headlights
Allen's
if
no
they start
longer
to
alive.
fail.
Oh my
For those
gosh.
informing
That
me.
all makes so much sense because you know what? On Morgan's E46 M3, right? Her lens covers come off. You can replace the lens cover,
Makes
right,
sense, yeah.
in
Right.
minutes.
You can't do
right?
that with a lot of cars.
And you can't do that with a lot of cars. So that makes sense that BMW made replacement lens covers so you don't ever have to polish them or refinish them.
was really
you just
smart.
simply buy new ones. And I asked Morgan, I said, how much are those lens covers? And she's like, oh, like $50.
Yeah,
Oh,
smart.
Imagine how nice that would be. just
amazing.
to say, oh,
But-
I just need a new lens cover.
but
I'd love
eventually they'll stop producing them, and then you're in trouble.
Like the
Well, that's
Suburban, which are made of glass.
Well, that's why you want to stock up a lot now,
Yeah.
right? And the same thing with the Dodge Ram 1500,
Right,
a
yeah.
high quality, high impact resistant plastic.
yeah.
yeah.
I think they use that same plastic for fighter
The jets.
the cockpit jets.
Yeah, no, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It just shows how much is in common between
Yeah.
a Ram and a fighter jet.
Yeah.
So we have Alfredo Martinez says DeWalt is also making a DA polisher. I've one and it's absolutely fantastic, smooth as butter.
Nice.
Nice.
He says the DeWalt is a cordless as well. Nice thing is that if you have wall tools, the batteries are interchangeable.
You have all the
okay.
tools.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been trying to read off of here because I can't read this text over here because
Oh.
it messes with my eyes. So whenever I read this, Dane goes to click things.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then it
and
covers up
shutters,
what you were
and
saying.
I'm
That's
like,
what he does. He does that to me
I'm
too
like,
because I do
what?
that as well.
Yeah,
All right.
this is how it works.
Scoopmaster Hector letting us know he had a 2003 Tiburon turboed 4-cylinder, 513
Wow.
horsepower, 461 foot-pounds of torque. That thing did 11.4 seconds in the quarter mile at 128 miles per hour back in 2011. It
I
was
just
the
want to
best
know
car
what
he'd
that
ever
torque
owned.
steer felt like.
oh
Like
my
a
god!
Because
rocket
that
ship.
must have just been.
Rocket ship.
Wee. Yeah.
I don't know how I was able to even see down that track with all the women's undergarments that are being thrown at him on the track.
Well, I'm genuinely
so.
curious, though, Scoopmaster. So, on a car like that, 513, like,
500
pretty good for a
horsepower Hyundai.
drag car and stuff. I know they can get kind of crazy with
You
it, but
couldn't
did you
keep 'em
go
away,
small tire
man.
or were you big tire? Like, what
Fight
was
'em
the
off with
what
a
was
stick.
the actual traction setup for you?
What's fun is the Tiburon is built identically to the Elantra.
is it so?
can
Basically,
swap a
the
lot of
same
parts.
performance could happen.
Same performance could happen out of the
Oh,
Elantra.
on the beta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All I need to do is swap, give me a 2.4,
yeah.
throw it in there.
Ugh.
Ton of
What a
Evo
beta.
parts.
All right, we got
gonna
Vigor
rock.
Auto Detailing. Our buddy Joe saying, "Hey, what's up, my people? Checking in from New York bed and a big bag of ice.
From my bed.
From my bed. Okay,
how'd
that makes
everything
more
go,
sense.
Joe?
So apparently not good.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. I don't know the
Well,
story.
I don't know if
The
he wants
round-
us
the
to get
round-
into
the
all the
round
details
two
of the
didn't go
Joe,
Q&A.
I told them about round 1. You need to tell us about round 2. What
boy.
happened?
Joe, you only have to tell us as much as you want to tell us. We're not gonna pry it out of you. You're probably
I feel
tired.
bad.
So, Joe, if you want me to tell them all about round 1, I will be glad to tell our audience
But until then,
about what happened.
no.
God bless,
Okay.
Joe.
But we hope you're enjoying yourself.
Our buddy Yoshi.
Yoshi asking, how well did a dresser fit in the Miata, Dane?
Well, the beauty of a Miata is you don't need to put it in the trunk
Well,
because
he
you
had a
got a
luggage-
whole open roof.
You had a
could
luggage
just
rack.
You don't
drop
even need
it
seats.
in.
You're
You
gonna
got a
sit.
luggage
You're gonna
rack?
sit
Yeah,
on
these
the
guys
actual
know. I
dresser.
actually removed my passenger seat from my
put your
Miata
dog.
so I could transport my dog, large coolers. It made a pretty good little transport
Yeah.
vehicle when you're just operating,
Yeah.
single guy just driving around,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Some
Track
Sometimes-
tires.
yeah.
Yeah.
Track tires, all that stuff.
Okay, we've got Blessed back again.
Shout out from Salem, Oregon, your neighborhood state.
Yes,
Thank
it
you,
is.
brother. Scoopmaster, I'm having trouble when I have to wash, decon, polish, then ceramic coat the paint, plastics, glass, wheels, leather. I feel like I'm chasing my tail. Any tips? Section it out. Seriously. Do the rear section, quarter panel. Like I try and break up the car into pieces when I'm doing that.
Yeah, when you look at it, it needs to be like a Tetris.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like, I'm gonna cut it here.
Working on
This
this
is where
sec-
here.
I'll do like hood, grill, front bumper.
Yeah.
And I work like that. Or I'll do trunk, rear bumper. You know, I do quarter panel. I don't touch the bumper till I do the bumper all as one piece, you know. So I kind of break it up that way. So
We got Alkaline.
looking forward to applying C1 on some single stage and failed clear coat.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
suggestions for decontaminating those kinds of paint? Clay or claim it. Iron X. I don't want to mar the single stage.
Well, Anthony.
Don't worry about marring it. Just do a quick polish on it.
Yeah, as jet polish. You're not gonna mess up a whole lot. I mean, you had to see what we had to do on mine, and it was pretty bad.
That was a worst case scenario in terms of paint jobs. Like most single stages are going to be better than that.
Yeah, but I felt like the C1 adhered to the single stage fantastic. I went and washed the truck for the first time the other night.
Just kind of brushed
and
it
it
recently.
was,
Felt
dude, it
great.
was like it melted all the dirt and all that stuff off. It was amazing. It was so nice. And I just blow dried it and followed up with a towel, followed up with a liquidator, went around, touched up with some C2V3, and I've been money. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, just going to like you normally would. There's nothing crazy. So Joe says you guys better have a 3X and all the new gear. I'm going to.
Joe never misses an opportunity
Joe
to
just
ruffle
tried
some
to
feathers.
call us.
Oh, really?
Did he? Oh, on the live? Oh,
Probably
Probably
don't
on
do
my
that
phone.
on the live.
Oh no.
Oh no. We got John.
John
here.
Hill says, I haven't caught the Thursday podcast in months. I missed you all. Thanks.
Well, welcome
Good
back.
man. Welcome back.
And follow up.
I try to apply crystal seal and I'm having streaking that is difficult to remove. What am I doing wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You are probably getting ahead of yourself and
Yeah,
going too
working
fast.
smaller sections.
It doesn't work
work
like
in-
the other sealants
Work
we
in
sell.
smaller sections. Act like it's a coating.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it. Now to remove it, here's the deal. Ammonia works really well during the application process before the resin has actually had time to cure. So as you're applying, if you start getting streaking that you can't remove, take some Windex, spray it on there, and it will help break that up. And then prep the surface again, and then spray it on again. But if you are getting streaking, it's because you're going too fast and you're not removing the product in time. So it's already starting to cure and bond. So just remember, low and slow, just work easy. Try not to use too much product. If you use too much product, then you're going to have streaking because you're going to get saturation in your towel. So
yeah.
try to use try to be very sparing with it. Apply it. That's why I really like using it on an applicator sponge because then I make that the wet application and I apply and then I remove. So
This isn't college. We're trying to keep streaking.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
minimum.
laugh there. I was just thinking when you brought up Windex, I was thinking of my big fat Greek wedding and putting his
Again.
elbow in
probably try
in
that.
the Windex.
should try that.
So that thought came to my head as you said that. I was like, I can't not laugh at this.
I like when he's out there
Alfredo.
polishing the car with Windex. Got his black Cadillac
Oh,
out there and he's
man.
just spraying the whole car
No.
down, wiping it.
Alfredo just wants to say the Rag
The
Company
Rag
with a
Company!
big old thumbs up. And Dawn just here
Cool,
saying,
thanks guys. Appreciate the advice.
thank you.
Mike Spina, as you guys know, I'm in Montreal and the winters are brutal here. So I did a P&L and 845
Power lock and 845
in
combo.
August. And every maintenance wash added be Beadmaker. Any suggestions?
That's
Sorry,
it, man.
guys.
That's
Any
it.
suggestions
For the people
winter prep?
listening in
Good,
the
man.
future, he's trying to read. But
Just that. That's
You're
all you
good.
need to do.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing it.
Winter prep.
Scootmaster says, on the coming months, I'm gonna upgrade in garage. I'm gonna upgrade my garage and want the TRC sign. Not a banner. Any problem with that? I don't want to have problems with the Boise Mafia. Haha.
He wants like a metal sign.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
something
we'll have to send you maybe a
serious.
logo or something.
Yeah.
Hector, that you can then take to a sign shop and have made.
Yeah.
So,
Could do that. And we got clarity.
Clarity, I just forgot to ask, but EXO can go over Halo, or if I should just leave the Halo. Also, 2 coats or just one. 1 coat of Halo. If you want to do 2 coats, you can, but you only need 1. And then if you want to put EXO on, you're more than welcome to. You just got to wait about an hour.
Okay. Siobhan back.
What's the ingredient that makes quick detailer or waterless wash, etc.? Encapsulates and polymers? Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah, just
that's
polymers.
Polymers mostly.
Yeah, the encapsulates what it does.
Yeah.
Polymers with
Yeah.
like a particular charge that basically when they land on the surface, it's able to pull in dirt and things like that without necessarily touching the surface. So basically, it's kind of like
Creates glide.
Yeah, it creates glide. I mean, because some waterless washers and quick detailers don't even necessarily have polymers in them to clean.
They're more like a soap.
Well, they'll use it's more like a wax. It's like a very diluted wax.
Yeah.
And they use the lubrication from the wax and hopefully the use of the microfiber towel to be able to create a very nice gliding towel that will be able to clean things without necessarily scratching, whereas other more advanced quick detailers and waterless washes will have polymers based, like OptiClean, from Optimum Polymer Technologies, which uses the same polymers that's in Optimum No Rinse to encapsulate. So
Yeah.
just some things to take away from that, from what I know.
And there's different kinds of polymers too. We got clarity back again, and the Porsche was actually done legally, he points out. He just has to file some form with the government when he gets pulled over because he got some special permit. According to him, maybe totally illegal though. Yeah, that kind of feels. You remember another Ron Swanson thing from Parks and Rec where he's just like, I have a permit, and he holds it up, and it's like this printed out thing he made
whatever I
himself
want.
in like MS Paint. Yeah, I can do whatever I want permit. Oh, well, look at that.
$4.99. There you go.
Alfredo, you're
nice.
too kind.
Super chat from Alfredo saying $4.99 and then saying Flex PXE 80 10.8 EC.
I love
that.
the energy
The
here.
enthusiasm,
I really
I'm
do.
all about it.
I don't know what we do
I'm
without
excited
it.
what else he's going to yell.
Oh,
at.
yeah, you never know.
All
We
right.
got Siobhan.
What ingredients make quick? We already read that one.
Oh, yeah, we did that
yep.
one.
Paul Allen.
Paul
It's
Allen back.
Paul Allen from American Psycho. I get killed by Patrick Bateman.
Yes, you do.
Told you guys.
That's hilarious.
Where
Paul
it's-
Allen is no longer alive,
Dan
bro.
Pfeiffer, Paul Allen is no
So
longer alive,
fun
bro.
thing, man. I have actually never seen all of American Psycho,
You
but
need
I've
to watch
seen
it.
enough clips to literally put it together.
You need to
So
I'm
I've
watch
seen-
surprised he's never watched the whole thing. You need to watch
My
the
wife
whole
and I
thing.
have watched it. We've read the books.
Dude,
It's very fun.
what I love is I love like the odd things inside that movie, right? Like I like I think the intro scene when he's like getting ready, he's like, I bathe
Talks
my
about all
body
this, yeah.
and what his regimen. I'm like, what a strange psycho thing to do.
Yeah, no, he sounds kind of like Anthony.
What?
Be afraid.
Dude, I haven't,
Be
killed,
very
I haven't killed as many people as he has.
Not as many. Oh, God.
Moving on.
Okay.
If you could go back there to the New Air Pepsi
What?
throwback fridge.
Yeah.
I have a couple Bang Miami Colas in there.
Wow, trying to get started, right?
One
Get
of
the
those
weekend
would be
started early.
great. Give me a little bump for the day.
Whoa.
If you'd like, Anthony, there's only 2 of them there. So you guys
So nicely
may have to
displayed.
Rochambeau each other for the other one.
Wow.
Well,
Unless you want a regular
Now you're
Pepsi
prepared.
Zero Sugar or a Zero Sugar Mountain Dew or
I
a
might
Diet
do it.
Pepsi.
I might do it.
up to
So
you.
we'll see.
all right. Next up, we've got Blessed here. Just saying, I'm just going to say this. Y'all better than Chemical Guys, the Rag Company
Wow,
team.
thanks. Appreciate it.
You know, all the
Thank you.
yeah. Well,
Actually.
we appreciate that. We've met them.
Yeah,
They've been
they're
nice
good
though.
guys.
Anytime we've interacted with them, like people get hung up on companies. It's the thing to do online.
Pour this into this,
Oh.
and then I'm going to give the other port today.
Oh, very nice. What a great idea.
There we go.
Sherman, a big sexy asking why Optimum headlight coating is so expensive. It's just how it is, man. It's a design specifically for polycarbonates.
Yeah,
That's
When you got specific chemistry like that, and it's not
there's
necessarily
nothing
something used
really
a
else
lot
on the
of different
market
platforms.
out there for polycarbonate.
Yeah.
So, Mark Davenport, hey TRC crew, question for Levi: is there any update on the IDA master level certification?
Levi would
no, not at the moment. So where we're at with that is we are the IDA. So right now we have certified detailer. That's an exam you can pass, and then get your CD exam. That's good for 2 years. And you do have to recertify every 2 years, and you have to pass 8 hours of classroom education during that time period, which can be through the IDA's website with, the weekly webinar or the monthly webinars, or if you attend an event, or let's say you go to Mobile Tech and you actually participate in Education Day. You can get all your certs knocked out that in 1 year at Education Day. So the CD exam is certified detailer. Myself is one. I'm one. Anthony's a certified detailer.
Skills validated as well.
The next step is skills validation. Skills validation. So CD is an exam you take, and you can do it either with a group of people, or you can take it online yourself. Skills validation is an exam that you have to have proctored by an RT, a recommended trainer, which is myself. So, a recognized trainer. So, an CD is to see if you have the knowledge. Skills validation is to make sure you can actually do that. That is the same thing. You've got the 2 year so when you recertify for your CD, you actually get your SV right back into it. Then we've always just had a recognized trainer, but a recognized trainer is very different. It's not quite, it's not supposed to be seen as the next, hash mark on your sleeve. So we kind of felt we had too many people trying to become recognized trainers that weren't training. And we had folks who became recognized trainer who weren't training. So as myself and my crew of my committee of the IDA Certification Committee, and I do sit as the IDA Certification Committee chairperson for this year, and we decided we should create another certification level, a master detailer certification level. Now, a master detailer certification level, there are some guidelines. You have to be a member in good standing. You have to be a member of the IDA for a certain number of years. You have to be a CDSV. You have to have attended certain events. You have to have attended and proctored certain, been available for certain things. You've had to show that you're a leader in the industry. You have to show that you are, a member of good standing.
Taking initiative.
So basically what we did was we created a group inside of another subcommittee inside of our committee. And I literally just told the guys, who wants to lead this? And I had a number of gentlemen, there's about 8 of them, that all raised their hand and said, I think that would be something I'd like to be a part of. So we made a subcommittee, right? So these guys are working independently of the certification committee to create this. Then they will bring their findings to the certification committee. We will talk about it, see if there's anything we need to change. Then it will get sent to the board of directors of the IDA and the presidency. And then once they have signed off and okayed it, then it will become an actual examination. So that may still be another year. It took us almost 2 years to get marine certification going. We now have a marine certification test you can take. So it's a long process, and there's a lot of bugs and things that need to be weeded out. 2 years ago, before that, we redid the CD and the SV exam to bring it more up to date. It hadn't been touched in a while, so we wanted to make sure it was back up to date. So there's a lot of little things that get stuck. One of the big things we wanted to do was get that going, as well as get some of our online stuff more.
And this year's been a little rough on big public events. So.
Right. So it's been a strange year, but that's the case. Probably in the next year or so, we will see a master certification. So.
All right. Next up, we've got Sergio himself asking, "What's next for the Ram Truck project?"
Oh
Anthony.
man, what is next? So I believe our next video coming out is going to be a solution finish video, trim restoration video. That'll be much needed. And then following that, guys,
you've done some stuff that we didn't film at all.
Yeah, I've got some stuff going that I didn't film at all. I put on a new front bumper. If you follow the Rag Company podcast Facebook group, you'll saw that I did that.
Yep.
I just got on my wheels And literally last night I went out and got my
Yeah.
wheels and tires. My other set
You
of
got your tires.
my tires that came
your
with
wheels came in the mail from our
Correct.
friends at Mamba.
Heck
Right.
yeah, baby. M22.
Yeah.
17 by 9 with a negative 12 offset, right?
They look
so these are
good.
going to look meaty.
Yeah, they're black and machined.
And what did we do today? We coated them.
We coated them in C5 today.
Heck yeah, we did. And so we filmed a whole video on it, so you guys will be able to find that on the Rag
So
Company
big
YouTube
thanks
channel.
to our friends at Mamba, which
sir.
is,
Yeah.
one of the subsidiaries of Koenig Wheels.
Wow.
Yes.
So
And
thank you to our
we are
friend Scott.
Big,
Yeah.
big fans and friends of
Big
Koenig
fans
Wheels.
of Koenig and
Yeah.
Mamba. And what do you have, Dane, on the Jag?
I got Advanti Racing Caminos.
Oh,
Wow.
also
Jag.
a subsidiary
Not pictured
of
here,
Koenig.
but I'll see if we can swap up
Yeah.
a more current picture sooner.
Very
or later.
nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, new wheels. I got tires, 285 7017s, BF Goodrich KO2s.
Nice. I
And
think
got
it'll look
Those
good.
are some beastie
a
tires.
screaming deal. So all I have to do now is I need to get that leveling kit on. I have no idea how to install one, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I got my nut busting torque wrench, and I think with that in hand, I think I can do anything.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So anyway,
All right.
but we'll keep you guys updated maybe in a future video.
Keep us surprised.
We have here. We have
John
John
Maccabee.
Maccabee says having little bits of lint left behind while drying. Two are the Ragco Dry Me Rivers. Most are from other brands. I've used a few detergents and a wool drying ball, but still linting. Insight?
John, biggest thing is how old are those towels? Second, try and keep that wool drying ball out of your wash or out of your dryer. I don't believe in putting dryer balls because you got to understand that dryer ball inside is actually very strong and is very damaging to your microfiber. So that could cause the issue. Also, if they're old, so let's say those towels are past their life, the microfiber after so many washes does start to tend to dry out, right?
Yeah.
So when that drying out process, it's just like dry brush, just like a dry branch, it's going to break, it's going to fracture, it's going to crack. And when that happens, when those branches crack, they break splinters everywhere, which is your lint that you're seeing left behind while you're drying. So I would recommend making sure that you, maybe either get new towels or take out that dryer ball and rewash the towels, but don't dry them. Don't put them in the dryer. Just hang dry them. See if that helps. If not, wash them, dry them. So it's only the drying towels by themselves without any other towels, or even split them up and do 2 separate drying loads. So key is to try and find out one of those towels may have lint on it and it's contaminating the rest of the group, where the other towels are actually just fine. You just have an old towel thrown in. So just do some research. It's time to go Sherlock on this stuff and do a little investigation.
I like that.
Yeah. We got Vincent.
Vincent, hey everyone, what's your rule of thumb for using paint temp gauges when guesstimating how much you can take off, whether it be a dual stage, single stage, or repainted videos?
Vehicles.
So that's a good question, Vincent. It depends a lot on the paint thickness gauge that you're using. It also dictates the measurements that you're taking, and also finding out how much paint was actually sprayed on those cars from the factory.
Yeah.
So you have to take multiple measurements on a vehicle so that you know. If you know you have a repainted section, you need to double check. So Anthony and I went to the junkyard one day and we took our paint thickness gauge and we went around and hit a bunch of different parts, looking just to get a baseline. And you can tell some cars have more paint than others. Some panels have more paint than others. The reading will be greater. General reading is 25 microns. Is usually a layer of clear coat. 25 microns is a layer of paint, and 25 microns is your primer coat. So you should have a reading about that, anywhere between that 50 to 75 microns. If you have anything higher than that, it's a good number. There's good paint on there. There's good surface. Anything lower than 75, be leery of. So it's kind of how it works. Easiest way to describe it. But I would recommend doing like what we did. Go to the junkyard, test out your paint thickness gauge if you get one, and go look at some panels, because you can find cars that have horrible clear coat failure, or you can find custom, cars that maybe one time had custom paint jobs.
Like that time we found a mini truck.
Yeah, we found a mini truck that was loaded with paint.
Insane.
I mean, an amazing amount of clear, and a hard clear too at that.
Yeah.
So
that was a funny
Thing had like 10 mils on it, man.
Yeah,
It was-
clear's a little hard.
It was hard. All right, moving down here. We have Hans Kozen asking if he is the American Psycho.
No, you're not even
Hans,
American.
You are the Dutch. I can't say the second part of that. But anyway, moving on.
Does it steer ships?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Scoopmaster dreamed I was polishing a car with a waffle pad, but it was made of microfiber. Good cut, less heat, but the alarm sounds, so I don't know how it cut and finished. Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right.
Oh, well. All right. Let's.
Will the TRC detail factory brushes become tri-lugged? Yes. Fletch. I'll tell the whole story, guys. Give me a call, 419-681-92. If you have a weak stomach, I would advise to leave before we get into it.
Don't
Joe,
dox yourself.
I
buddy.
want to know all the details,
We would
but
love
I just
to.
don't know if I want to know
Can't do it on our
No,
podcast,
no.
but we appreciate you wanting to give us all the details.
You're amazing.
I will just
Thought.
say his experience was very similar to mine.
Oh, okay.
The difference was on, I don't know about the second half, but the first half, very similar. I was in procedure, one side done, one side not done
I'd say
yet.
the fact there were halves is concerning enough.
Well, Dane.
I mean, I know, I get why, but
So
still.
we'll just say this. For me, they numbed me, right? With a little Novocaine, a little topical,
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, that's fun.
Make a cut, grab the area that they need to snip, right?
Oh boy.
Cauterize it,
Visual,
and
yeah.
you're done, right? First side, I was like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Second side, I was not numb yet.
Oh,
Made the slice, they made the cut, they grabbed what they needed to snip, and when they grabbed it, I felt like I was choking.
I think we all.
So, needless to
get-
say, Joe said,
We're so down with
listen to
this
this.
conversation right
Joe
now.
said that first one, very similar,
Oh boy.
but they had only started. So they had to put him under for the second one, not the second one, but the second round. So they basically said, hey, sorry, we'll try it again. So poor Joe had to go home,
Oh.
then come back the next day. So what happened, dude? I am very curious.
But
But I will say, bag of peas, hanging out on the couch, chill out, relax, take it easy. You'll be all right.
So Sergio himself one here says, "Go Hawks! Picture it, Russ whipping his sweat on a TRC towel. Hawk edgeless, anyone?" Okay.
All right.
I don't know.
Go
I don't know
Hawks.
about that.
Thank you, Scoop Master.
Dane, my slicks was 240 or 24 by 5 by 8.5 by 15, 11.4. But I ran an 11.9 on 225 45 17 street tires. I will send you the videos. Post them on the Rag Company podcast group page. Hector.
Seriously.
Yeah, do it.
I think
Love
it
to see it.
might run up around the Jag.
Be awesome.
I think it did outrun the Jag.
It kind of sounds like it.
Wanted Carissa Thomas working, but wanted to say hi. I would like to try a new ceramic. I usually use CarPro 3.0. Any suggestions? CSL, G-Technic CSL.
Yeah.
Seriously, and then EXO. Either one of those. EXO's a 2-year. CSL is a 3 to 5 year coating.
It's a 1-2 punch.
You put them together, you got almost 7 years. It's delightful and a very beautiful process. So.
Wheels 68X, aka the guy with the really cool car in the thumbnail.
After your amazing job with the halo and arrow on the new wrap, what would be a good coating for the new matte bronze wheels that can hold up to the massive amount of brake drop? C5.
Yes.
Brett, it's C5.
Yes.
You
C5.
have to
Easy.
Yeah.
Brett, you could do it on your dining room table. Dane
You
did it.
can.
I did it.
Well, that's what we just did today on my new wheels for my Dodge Ram 1500 that you've seen and we're so impressed
Courtesy
by.
of Mamba.
I mean, this guy has got an MR2, right?
Yep.
He's got one of the most beautiful 86s I've ever seen, right? These insane
That thing is
arrow,
nuts.
right?
Yeah.
And he still looked at my Dodge Ram 1500, a little bit of envy, and he's like, "Man, that's a truck
Well,
right there."
What I
He
do to
said
get
he's
that thing.
he's a DMC kind of a domestic what was it?
You're looking for the DSMs.
DSM kind of
Yeah.
guy. That's the word
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
for. He's
Domestic-
one
Diamond
of
Star
those.
Motors.
Domestic Star Market.
Yeah,
It's
that's exactly
No.
what it is.
Any rate, it's time for us to go to a break. But don't worry, when we come back, we'll be right back to the questions. All right.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company, and I wanted to direct you over to our FAQ channel. Now, our FAQ channel is our way of answering all those questions you had as quickly and efficiently as possible. The FAQ channel is very simple. From whether you're just starting out detailing, you need to learn how to wash a car, or maybe you have a question on what a rinseless wash is, or something as simple as how do I wash my microfiber towels, you'll be able to find it at the Rag Company FAQ channel.
If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how long can you store Optimum No Rinse inside of a bucket for?
The difference between an open cell and a closed cell foam pad.
Should I wash my microfiber towels after using a spray sealant? So we're going to be answering that question and more in today's FAQ video.
Well, there you have it. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about the FAQ channel, and if you're looking for it, go to YouTube and type in the Rag Company FAQ and make sure you subscribe so that you'll be aware whenever a new video comes out. Now, if you didn't see your question answered, feel free to send us an email or leave a comment right there on a video, and we will be sure to add that to our next video. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks for watching.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the promo for the Rag Company Podcast. That's right, I'm Dane Hennen. I'm your host of the Rag Company Podcast, as well as our weekly Q&As that appear on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Now, if you're looking for the podcast, you gotta head over to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. That's right, we've got a few channels, but if you subscribe to them all, you will not miss your Rag Company content, your Rag Company action. I know you love it, that's why you're watching this. So if you're not familiar with it, you should go check it out. We talk about detailing, we talk about cars, we talk about what we did over our weekends. It's just a chance to get to know, the folks at TRC a little bit better. Go to the Rag Company Podcast channel, go to the Rag Company YouTube channel for the Q&As, and just in general, enjoy, like a warm blanket. It's friendship. It's just something that you wear over yourself and you say, gee, this is nice. So we really want you to hang out with the Rag Company crew one way or another, be it the podcast or the Q&A. I'm inviting you, and I know Levi and Anthony are right behind the camera saying the same thing. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and subscribe to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, as well as the Rag Company YouTube channel, where we do our Q&As. It's just fun. We want to have you around. We want you to submit your comments. Let us know how things are going. We're all hanging out. It's a good time. And we all learn a bit more about detailing and cars in the process. Now, I will say, when it comes to the podcast, we're not just on YouTube. We're also on Stitcher, Spotify, any of your other audio platforms. Make sure you check, because we should be on there. And if we aren't, let us know, and we'll do our best to get on there as well. With all that said, we just want to say thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again. All right, and welcome back from the break, folks. Nice little transition there. You got a sneak peek at next week's Wash Wednesday.
Nice, yeah.
So that should be fun with the Carbon 65 Z06 Vet. Any rate, we've got some more questions we can get
So,
to.
in case you guys were wondering why the weird angle, Anthony had to run out real quick because he has got to announce the Towel Guest giveaway winner.
Very important.
So,
business.
if you haven't put in your vote as to what your number is, you better do it now because he's getting ready to post it. So, anyway, Scoop Master saying, Levi, which do I do first? Ceramic coat the paint first, or the plastics, or the glass, or the rims? Interior first or last? So, the way I usually do it, let's say I'm at home and I'm working. If I'm going to do the interior, it's because I'm cleaning the interior and I'm ready to coat it, right? So once I'm done with the interior, as long as I'm not getting back in the car, that's when I do my coating job, right? So once the interior is totally done, right? Now, move on to the outside. I do paint, trim, and glass all at the same time as I'm working. Especially if it's a product like EXO where I can put it on everything. Let's say it's a new car. I coat everything that's new. Now, if I have to do a trim restore separately and a glass coating separately, then I do that. I do paint first, then I do trim, then I do glass. So like in the case of Anthony's truck, you'll see we do the paint first, then we do the trim, then we do the glass. So that's kind of where we go with it. Then wheels, I'll do separate. I usually always did the wheels last because it's the easiest to do. So that's how I do it. Yeah. So Delphine, hey guys, could a blower actually damage your door seals? I use mine once a month on warm position. Recently, I noticed rain drips into the car. Same with headlights, but it's a Land Rover, 2 years old. I don't think it's the blower that's causing it, but you are pushing a lot of water into stuff. So Delphine, I can't say yes or no that that's what caused it, but it's possible.
Sometimes, like you remember on my very short-lived Montero, where a seal gets out of position just a little bit, it can wreak havoc. But once you get it back into place, you no longer have an issue. I mean, if you check for the spot where the drips are coming from, it might seem obvious, but give it a look anyway. Make sure there's not, the ability for like air to pass through there, which means water could, just basic stuff like that to double check.
Yeah. So, Despacito. The latest post from the Rag Company has over 1,000 comments. That's crazy.
Well, when people want free stuff,
that's our towel guest giveaway.
They go nuts for that.
Yeah, Anthony does those every couple weeks, and towel guest giveaway, and we give something away, and so that's what happens.
Getting comments and stuff is also kind of a challenge too, because you think about on an ordinary thing, people who write comments, they generally have to think of something to say. They're either responding to the content they see in the picture, or they're trying to do something clever that's maybe not related to it, but it's about the person. With this, you're literally just guessing a number. You throw out any number you want.
It's like how many?
There's no wrong comments. You're just boom, there it is. That's what I got. So
easy peasy.
That's why it's easier for people. You see more.
Rectangle saying, sup guys. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Mike Spina, do you guys know what a Honda Shin Etsu is?
Oh.
Dane.
That
go.
Is actually one.
Gun to your head. 3, 2, 1.
I don't.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
I'm sorry,
okay.
I don't. I know little Honda City with the crazy little moped that comes out of the
man,
back.
Mike, you're gonna have to give Dane the answer.
You gotta educate me.
Post it on the Rag Company podcast group. Fletcher, what type of pre-soak would you recommend for some rough lower panels? Tar, road paint, rubber, etc., oil. Is there one single product to tackle all of that junk and gunk?
Well,
so
I feel like
tar,
I know what you're gonna say.
road paint, rubber, and oil. Honestly, actually, Wolo's tar and glue remover is great. Optimum's tar, T-A-R, which we do not have, but you could probably pick up at Optimum's website. You could check that out. So tar is really good for that. The other one that helps break all that up, even Wolo's all-purpose cleaner, any of the Power Clean, straight Power Clean you could spray on those lowers.
Yeah, it's true.
That'll break all that. Power Clean actually removes tar too.
Here, for some reason, I thought you were immediately going to jump to lacquer thinner. I just had this feeling like you were going to do that.
Now that he's talking about a pre-soak.
Oh,
so if you washed all that and you didn't know how to get the rest of that off, that's when I would recommend using lacquer thinner because it just takes. You're done.
Yeah.
White towel, lacquer thinner, boom. You just wipe those panels and you're good to go.
Bart, you remember that time you ran over that can of paint in the road?
Yeah.
That was the first thing you turned to, right? And it seemed
wiped
like it was
right
okay
off.
in the end.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Nashville bassist here. Ooh, good question.
Have you guys watched Lovecraft Country on HBO yet? Yeah, it's crazy. Yes. So I've actually just finished the book. Last weekend I finished the book when I was up camping. And then I am caught up. Dane, are you caught up?
I'm only 3 episodes in.
Okay.
I haven't watched the others because I try and wait until
4 and
get
5
Liz to watch them with me, and then we watch. But
4 and 5 you need to watch. They
4 and 5.
They take it to the next level. If
three
you thought
three was already
was rough,
kind of wacky.
3 was insane.
I mean, the first 2 episodes make it feel like a season finale of any other show. Like
So
it's already
2, yeah,
super deep in
1 and
fast.
2 like get you and pull you in, and it is like, oh my gosh.
But three
So,
is like a change of pace, and
3,
yet every bit is
3
crazy.
does kind of
It's
change it and bring it to
bizarre.
another level. 4 takes it more insane.
Oh, man.
And then 5 is a total paradigm shift to a previous.
Because three
And then
is
it
the
kinda-
house, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the one I watched.
Well,
the last one I watched was
2 is the house.
No, I don't mean that house. I mean the house where gets a house.
That's 2.
No, I mean the okay. The
Where
one
Letitia gets the house.
yeah, and like invites all the artist friends to stay.
Yeah,
in it
that's
and all
number
that
2.
stuff.
3 is
thought
when they
that's
go.
3.
3 is when they go hunting for.
Oh no!
yeah,
I
3
haven't
goes down
seen
the- yeah.
that. Okay.
4 is even more insane. 5 is even crazier. We're
Okay. Now
we're going
I'm
on
gonna
to
go back and
6
check
this
'cause I
weekend.
swore I watched 3, but okay, maybe
Yeah.
I'm out.
We'll talk about it off the
Yeah,
air.
I don't
But
want.
anyway,
I'm really trying to avoid saying anything that ruins
Yeah,
stuff for people
it's good.
because it is crazy.
it's good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Alan from AM Details, miss you guys. Hoping that all this calms down soon and I can get over there. Keep crushing it. Digital high five.
High five.
Elbow cough. All right. So, what do we got next here?
We
Ken
got Ken
Jeeper.
Jeeper.
Anthony, you can bury the bodies in Dane's backyard.
Oh,
Absolutely, done deal.
oh
You
my!
getting Maki drink there? Nice.
Mountain Dew.
Nice. Smart.
A Maki do. Okay.
All right. Clarity
now-
Auto Details. Has anyone heard of Rupes? If Rupes is developing more hybrid tools like an LHR-15 hybrid? I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going on with Rupes at the
With
moment.
Rupes, you can always count on them to be very tight-lipped about something
They're- yeah.
until they want you to know about
Yeah.
it.
So
I didn't know
Dane,
you were offering.
Dylan is going to be.
I thought you just put it in front of me.
We do have Dylan coming to the Rag Company next month.
Yes.
To do some videos with us and stuff. So we may get a little inside scoop and let you guys
knows
know
what we might
a little
find out.
more what's going on. So
Scoop Master.
only thing I don't like about the graphene is it almost zero slickness. I topped it with C2V3, but I also have bead maker. C2V3 will last longer, right? Correct.
That's interesting.
right.
'Cause I thought I heard
So-
other people say it was slick. So, I mean, in the end of the day, it's
We haven't
ceramic
used
coating
it,
with
so we don't know.
graphene introduced into it.
What do we know?
Yeah.
Scott Weaver, I have a Rag Company banner in my garage, and I think it's nice.
I'm
Thanks,
glad.
Scott.
Aw,
I appreciate
thanks.
it.
Such a nice
Yeah.
gesture.
Yeah.
I like
Very
that.
nice. Yeah.
We got Jeff C.
Do you know of any products that can be used as a pre-soak to remove road salt without affecting sealant wax before winter maintenance washes? I don't think O&R can fully neutralize it. You're right, Jeff.
What's your favorite traffic film remover spray?
Oh, it's Power Clean.
Oh, okay.
It's just an all-purpose
cleaner.
It's an all-purpose
I see.
cleaner.
And diluted, yeah.
And traffic film is just a dirty car.
Oh,
There's no
interesting.
real.
I thought it was
It's
just.
just dirt on the car.
TFAF, am I right?
Yeah.
You're right.
It's all the stuff that kicks up.
Yeah.
Yep, it absolutely is.
So-
Road grime.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, road grime.
Road-
It have to
road
be
dirt.
called traffic film.
Well,
I mean,
grime.
at a certain point,
Well, and
dirty
also-
car, people get bored of calling it a dirty car. They got to start coming up with new
Yeah.
names for
yeah,
it.
I have a
so.
dirty car. It has traffic film on it. Well, that sounds way too intense. I can't take care of that for
Yeah,
you, sir.
sorry.
Now, granted,
Well,
it
it's like-
conjures up an
so-
image like road oils and
so,
things like that, but that's just
Here's the
dirty
thing that I used to
car.
do. So I remember I was researching other detail shops when I opened mine. So this was back in
As you should, as
back in
as
2011
you run a
when I was
business, yeah.
when I was starting to figure out how do I build out my website? How do I let people know the job I'm doing? I once read a guy's wash procedure, and he named it a 28 or 32 step wash procedure.
Oh, my.
When I read it, I kind of laughed because part of it was first, we take water that has been heated to 140 degrees.
Oh, boy.
We then put this water on the car utilizing a pressure washer that sprays it at 1800 psi.
So, wait, is it drawing it from a reservoir? Like, how is it?
Uh,
Because normally your pressure
well,
washer
that's
is
step
attached
one.
to a
Step one is they warm
hose.
up the water.
So you need some kind of
Step,
siphon pump
step
or something.
two is they then spray the water on the car. Step three is then they mix up a pH balanced soap that is designed to break down dirt and grime, specifically designed to break down dirt and grime.
All I'm hearing is someone who
effectively.
has way too much time on their hands.
Then, after they've sprayed the soap emulsion on there, they then let it sit and let the soap do its work. That's step 5.
That's whole step. Just sit and watch.
Step 6 is to take a nice microfiber or microfiber chenille mitt, utilizing a certain blend, weave it, then sew it up into a mitt form.
Okay, now this
Number
person's pulling
8
your
is
leg.
to take that and put their hand in it.
I was going to ask if it was asinine for the
Step 9
to be
is
just placing your
to
hand
make
in the
sure
mitt.
that you take that same pH balanced soap and pour it into a bucket.
You know, I feel like we don't have time
Step
to
10
hear this
is to
entire
stir it up.
procedure, so we're just
Anyway,
gonna,
point is,
we're
I
gonna
read
skip right
so
on.
I read through that, and
That
I was
noise.
like, that is a lot of stuff to literally just say I'm using a hot water pressure washer, because I had a pressure washer that was a Landa Hawk.
Yeah.
That literally was a diesel-powered pressure washer that would heat up to 140 degrees,
Yep.
and it would push water out of its gun at 1,800 psi.
Beast.
So it's just a hot water pressure washer. He was just taking it and putting a foam cannon on it, but he described it
He made it sound
so
like it
in
was
depth
so
that it seemed like
incredibly
nobody else could do
complex.
it. Nobody else could take care of it. You had to go to him because you were getting something. And when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, you're just washing a car normally, like
He's
everybody
basically-
else.
He's Daning it up is what he's doing, because you guys say things that are direct, straight to the point. You address it. Me, I gotta
I say yes and no.
contextualize everything.
Yeah.
See, I can't handle that. I'm like,
You are a
yes,
yes, but
if I need to know
and,
more
or,
information.
yeah.
You need to. Whereas what
Yeah.
I'm hearing here, that is insulting to me, because I
Right.
feel like I'm being, having
Yeah,
a mirror turned on
that's
myself.
how I felt. That's how I felt. So
But I can promise you right now, I would never write an instruction manual like that. That's insane. No, thank you.
yeah. So point is, back to what we said with Jeff, man, just
Yeah.
get some power clean.
Yeah.
Save yourself some hassle and some time. Spray some power clean on. You are going to have an issue, but that's what bead maker's for, or CTV3. Just spray it on the lowers and you're good to go.
Be done
All
with
right,
it.
Hans, can OPT's TPC be bought in gallons?
I don't know if
Question
you
mark.
would
I
want
have
it in
no
gallons.
idea.
Yeah.
Never needed that much
I don't,
of it.
Yeah, we had 32s were the
long-term
biggest for tire
product.
protection coating. Yeah.
It's a very long-term product.
Bucky Volkswagen recently saw a guy wiping down his car with Anthony's favorite Viva paper towels at a
Oh.
local pay and spray. I immediately went up to him and told him about TRC. Poor guy needs some TRC in his life.
Now, here's the
man.
thing. I don't want to discredit the Viva towels. I come from a Viva family, right?
He's gonna be like,
'Cause-
by the way, guys, I'm sorry, I'm leaving
'cause
for Viva.
Really,
They have
honestly,
a really great media department.
Viva has some of the most absorbent towels that I have
Quilted?
used being paper. No, not even the quilted kind. So I like the kind that are more of like the cloth paper towel. And not only are they extremely
lot of
soft,
great tensile
but they
strength.
are so strong that you can wring that thing out. I'm talking shake it out.
Reuse it.
Hang dry it and reuse it. That's how strong they are. Now, the thing is, you're paying a little bit more because you're getting quality and you're getting more
I think
durability.
that's what we found at the Delanaga.
Yeah,
when we were there.
that
Felt like
was
they had a
correct.
nice stack of
Yes.
pre-cut Viva paper
Those
towels.
were, in
man.
fact,
Those
Viva
were
paper
very
towels.
nice, very
And
nice towels.
like I
Hearty
said,
bunch.
Those were nice.
um,
Some of my favorite hand towels.
honestly, I would
Disposable.
rather reach for a
I
Viva
think
than
I
I would a
stole some.
Scott's shop towel.
I
That's
think
how much I
stole
like
some
Viva.
of those and put them in my backpack and brought them with
You
us
absolutely should have.
because they were nice.
Moving on here.
I wonder
So,
what kind Morgan's using to pick up oil spills from two JZs now.
Probably
I think
some
she's
Slick
using
Rickies.
Slick Rickies
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
because they do the tricky.
That's right. Okay.
Mike
Spina.
Spina says, any updates on your newly acquired land, Tony?
So Monday, I actually got to go check out
All
your
of
land.
you guys, I know,
Yeah.
I'm
And
so
Nick
proud.
and I, our producer Nick,
Yeah.
actually, me and him and yourself,
Yeah,
sat
sat
down
on
in
the
my
land.
lawn chairs. I pulled them out of the back of the Ragnarok.
Under a tree, beautiful
under
tree.
the tree.
Yeah.
We were doing
We
a
just
location
enjoyed-
shoot.
We enjoyed ourselves sitting on Fisher land. It was
Yeah.
delightful. We talked about some of the upgrades we could do to this.
Fisher Park, I believe.
And yeah, Fisher Park
Yeah.
is what we dubbed
Yeah.
it. Some of the upgrades we talked about maybe putting in a picnic table.
Yeah. So
adding a
basically,
couple more trees
let's
to it.
let's talk about what really happened. I sat there, and you two harassed me, saying that if I did not do something with this land, that it would be the biggest mistake of my life.
I said
And it
I was
would
going to
be.
come over and
You
take it.
said
Yeah.
you guys were spitballing more ideas than I would as even taken seriously.
Yeah.
You were saying that I needed to grade an area. I needed to
Split rail
literally
fence,
I needed to
barbed
do
wire.
fencing. I needed to do more sod.
Yeah.
You were giving me all these things and I'm
Gravel.
like, guys, I can't take on this responsibility.
I said, you spend $5,000, this land could be yours. Easy.
This land is not your land. It's like that song. This land is my land. It's not the same with this land.
I'm just saying, if you were to lose it due to inactivity, I would be very upset.
So, but you guys got to see the land. You guys
We
got
did.
to see the
Quite
size, right?
delightful.
It's not overly big.
No.
It's just like kind of like
I would cross the street with my lawnmower and mow it all day long.
Would
I'd be
you
like,
really?
I gotta mow. I gotta go over there and mow the front yard. That'd be counted as my front yard. Then the neighbors would see it and they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" And be like, "Oh, weird. It's part of ours. Strange."
So
Don't know
should
how
I
that
get a
happened.
sign that says Fisher Park, and should I invest $100 into a picnic table?
Yes.
I have to mow around that picnic table
You
or
just
mow
hook
under
a,
it.
Hook a chain, get a little tow chain action, little padlock, and chain that picnic table to the tree.
See,
This
I
is
got a
a
whole
lot
different
of
idea.
work.
Just hire some goats.
No, there's no fence, Dane. The goats
I
will
know
run
they'd be
away.
roam free.
Well,
in the
I can
area.
just buy a
They
goat
just really
and
enjoy
store it
the-
store it at in the land
But you're going to need to build some sort of
Protective.
protective cover
for the goat.
for the goat.
Make
That
sure
is
the kids from the
unfortunate.
school across the way
So,
don't mess with
the
it.
You
other
don't want the neighborhood kids feeding it tin
Well,
cans and stuff.
the neighbors
Yeah.
across the street, they moved yesterday.
Ah,
Gone.
Oh.
so sad.
So that's it. I mean
Yeah.
literally
It's now yours.
it is now in my hands, and I'm really nervous. I feel like,
Just mow it and
The
don't
power
worry
is
about it.
yours.
I
Yeah,
feel like
I'd
not ready.
I'd let you borrow. What I do is I'd say, go over to Tate's, pick up an actual like heavy duty weed mower, mow down those weeds in a section. That's what I would do, right?
Yeah.
I'd dig a couple
How
post
would I
holes.
haul this thing?
You got green bean you can use.
Oh, I also-
Very simple, very easy.
I think we got some more questions we got to get to, guys.
Just saying, Mike. You with me?
yeah.
It was
No,
a delightful
it's,
afternoon.
you'll
Honeybees
see
floating around.
bits and
It's
pieces.
beautiful,
in a video
beautiful
in the
little
future.
park.
It's good vibes.
And I
told
think
you.
I think a picnic table would be delightful.
Yeah.
Out
Yeah.
front there. Hang out. You and
solid
Katie
advice.
just hang out. Maybe you take Blake over there, your neighbor, or your roommate. I mean,
Yeah.
take him over there. Show him some of the secret sauce.
play in the grass.
Yeah,
I'm like,
throw the
hey,
football
Come here, little
around.
buddy.
Blake,
Go
let's
and
toss
play
the
in
ball.
grass.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure he would
All right.
not be up for that.
Hans, talking about IDA, what is the Marine part? Is it just an add-on to the CDSV, or does Marine have a CDSV also? So currently, Marine is an add-on to your certification. So it means that you're certified detailer, and you're certified in Marine products like boats and things like that. So
Okay. Oh, got to go to the next page. All right. Bam.
Oh, Ken Jeeper saying, Jeff C, use Power Clean 10-1 as a pre-spray. Boom. Alfredo, dry me a river Korean
All
waffle
caps.
weave towel.
Just the energy. You
Yeah.
can't beat it, man.
No, love it. Love it.
All
love
right.
it.
Scoopmaster saying, I'm an IDA CDSV, and that helps me a lot with customers when they want to compare me to other detailers. I don't push other detailers down. I just educate the customer about my education and credentials. Exactly. That's why
Nope, that's the
I
right
love
way
you,
to do
Hector.
it.
All right. Juan in the
Whoop,
morning.
it moved.
What's up, TRC crew? I know you guys have been looking for a segment for the podcast where you do various would you rathers, explain, discuss. Your answer would be detail related or other topics. Okay.
You know, I've been thinking more about like what segments to do. At least I know one that either Anthony or I would probably be interested in. And you probably would too. But like a fun one to do would be people send us like listings from their local area that they're like nice price, or, you know, because Jalopnik did this thing where it's like nice price or terrible idea kind of thing. But like a can you flip it kind of thing. Maybe you send us cool cars that are in your area that are interesting.
Like Z34
where the
Berlinetta.
price is, you
Honda
know,
Civics.
you're not sure. Is it a good deal or not? And we'll give our take on whether or not it's a good idea to pick one up and maybe flip it or
I don't
something.
know if I
some
want to be
70s,
responsible for people's financial
I
decisions.
know
Some
you
of
can.
these
We're
vans-
not giving financial advice. We're purely providing commentary.
Some of the hottest 70s vans from the van craze back
See,
in the
I
day.
love those
We build a
catalogs
virtual-
that they had
yeah.
with the crazy. Yeah.
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 I
Good
like
stuff.
this idea.
No,
All
yeah,
right.
it could be fun, guys. So start throwing them into the Rag Company Podcast discussion group on Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, thanks, Juan.
Yeah.
Clarity Auto Details. Hey, have you guys had a chance to try out new Uno Pure yet? I've been hearing great things about it. No,
What?
we haven't. So just on the other side of the wall here, and
It's
we
right
haven't-
there.
We haven't used it yet. We haven't had time.
I have used it.
I was gonna say, I thought one of you
I
did.
have used it. I've used it 3 to 4 times now. So I was gonna pull that yesterday when we were playing around with other stuff, but
I just know you guys have had too much fun using Protect. So yeah.
we have.
Aaron's.
Dumb question. Can you use a Grios Garage backing plate on a Harbor Freight DA polisher? If it's the same backing plate, yeah.
Yeah.
You can use our backing plates too on a Harbor Freight DA
I like a
polisher.
universal style there. Okay.
John McCabe, a few of the towels could be newer for sure. Guess I'll just have to buy a bunch from you guys. Bill's Mafia, baby, round the wagons.
Oh man. Oh no. G Davis in from the
Oh man.
How long does Joe have to wait before ceramic coating that area? I think 6.
6 what? Months?
Something.
Years?
6 weeks, 6 days, just 6.
Just the quantity of
It's
6.
just whatever you decide 6 is.
Aaron's is coming in with, so you need 2 microfiber towels for removal, wax, and polish. You fold into 4, which give you 8 clean sides. So you have 16 sides if you have 2 towels. Technically, yes.
Okay. Simple.
What do we got here? We got a bait addict coming in late. Says, "Sorry, I'm late, baiters." Well,
It's all right, man.
That's okay. You're here now.
I think we're accepting of that. Aaron's also says, "How does PNS yearly coating compare to the G-Technic CSL coating?" We don't have enough experience with.
I would just say the yearly coating
with Sol,
is a 1 year with Sol.
It's more comparable to
and
EXO.
It's more comparable to EXO than CSL. CSL is a 3 to 5 year coating, which is more
like inspiration,
closer to inspiration on its own, and then Sol is like EXO, like Anthony.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. We've got
Big Boy Arizona saying my mic is messed up. Kia Possessor back. Hey Levi, I noticed TRC doesn't carry fabric protectant from P&Ls. What else do you suggest? So we haven't had enough time with PNS's inspiration fabric protectant.
Yeah.
Now, it is possible in the future, but what I would recommend for fabric protectant, Ragtop makes a really great fabric protectant that you can use. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke Berge says, "Got a new turbo in my semi, and I'm back on the road."
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
Luke. Are
He
you
loves
still
his
stuck
big
in? Is he
rigs.
still stuck in Texas or what?
I don't know.
know.
I saw him working on a.
Luke, tell us what's
He
up.
was working on a combine, cleaning windows.
That
Well,
was pretty cool.
Luke, we want you to remember us when you're a famous trucker someday, and maybe you'll run into Dane at a local Love's. Because they have the nice shampoos there.
They do have a nice
Connor, a.k.a. Stolen Corgi here.
Joe, did you wear a suit? Because you got to look important to be impotent.
Oh man!
Oh,
That's
Let's say,
good.
let's just
That's-
say Joe's grapes are now seedless.
Wow.
No. Okay.
You know, I'm a big fan of seedless watermelon, to be honest.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay. Anthony Trin here says, how do I fix severe water etching?
Polishing or compounding, typically with etching. If it's just a mineral deposit, then typically something like G-Technic's W9 or even Koch Chemi's FSE would be able to take care of that
If it's
soon
more
enough.
recent.
Get the etching out or get the mineral deposits off. If that is then etched in the surface, then you do have to wet sand, compound, or polish, depending on how deep
Jeff
it is.
C says, any chance of a liquid or junior in the future? I love the towel, but prefer smaller size.
Well. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, Jeff.
Oh, my.
We got Levi's mic is too close. He says your mouth is on the mic.
What?
Which
Yeah.
is usually
That's
not
weird
the
because
case.
that's how these microphones
Dan
work.
Pfeiffer is
my
also
face has
saying
to be
that
on it.
Dan
Dan
Pfeiffer
always
is also
says,
saying that it's sounding
"Put your
muffled.
mouth on the microphone."
This was
My
all
mouth is
probably
on the
happening-
microphone. It's probably when I do this. If I'm talking like
Yeah,
this. or
if you
I'm
go
talking
slightly
like
off of it,
Or
the
I'm talking
capture
like this.
area
Talking
is
like this.
very, very limited.
Yeah,
Any
so
rate,
a lot of fixing
enough
it.
of that noise.
Katie L says, "What's up, guys? How are you?"
Yeah,
Thanks for
Katie, what's
joining
up?
us, Katie.
Welcome back.
Alkaline Trio says audio from the ads is a lot quieter than the Q&A.
Oh, man.
So, well, guys, just tear us apart. We're sitting here trying to
That's
do this
fine.
for you, and you're just crapping all over us.
Aaron's here with the...
Everyone started about arguing in the lobby before playing. Pretty much is what it feels like.
All right. We've got it. Scoopmaster here. I assume most of that stuff's been handled by now.
I hope so.
That
It
was all
18
written,
minutes ago.
That was written a while ago. So, okay, we've got Scoopmaster here. What is a good dilution of power clean to put in an IK Pro 12? I want as a pre-soak of lower panels, door jams, wheel wells, rims.
Scoopmaster.
I'm thinking 3-to-1.
Yes.
What's your
It's a great
recommendation?
question, right? Here's the deal, man. Power clean is not going to be it's too expensive to dilute in the IK Foam Pro 12 is what I'm trying to say. It is a fantastic all-purpose cleaner, but the thing is the cost of that APC versus other pre-cleaners or other things, you're going to be mixing a lot, for it to really be efficient. Because even at 10-to-1, you're still looking at close to 20 ounces, 30 ounces of product, right? And you're going to be using far more than maybe what you should be. So I would check out maybe some other really, really affordable all-purpose cleaner options that aren't in like the simple green, super clean category. Try to go something that's more for automotive stuff, and see if you can find something that you can throw in at 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 5 to 1, and try from there. That's what I would recommend. I've done power cleaning the IK Foam Pro 12. It's amazing. It does a fantastic job. But every single time I pour my gallon into that IK 12, I'm like, well, there goes $15 right there.
Because power clean is so good for what it is.
It is.
Well, honestly, it's not. So I ran into this dilemma when I had my shop. Power Clean was more expensive.
Yeah.
However, Power Clean is much more safer
It is
to
much
the
more
user
safer.
compared to some of the other degreasers and all-purpose cleaners on the market. Now, a red style degreaser is very inexpensive. You can dilute it pretty well, but it doesn't have the versatility and the usability that Power Clean does. So that's one of the keys, is to try and figure that out. Now, a product like the G-Technic one is also very good.
Yeah, so like the citrus all-purpose cleaner. So this, we don't have gallons at this point, I don't believe.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least. And so, but something like this is fantastic for pre-spraying. We've diluted this in
However,
the IK Foam
that
Pro 2.
currently isn't on our website.
It's not on our website. It's not. I know. I'm just showing
We're really
you,
bad
I'm
at
showing
this,
you
guys.
other examples. That's all I'm simply trying to do, right? Hell, I'll be honest. I'll say that for a couple of years, I was trying to blow through a gallon of Chemical Guys citrus APC.
Oh,
that
yeah,
they
you had that
Took me forever to
in your
blow
garage,
through that stuff, and not that I really liked it. I just needed to use it on more things, and so I was putting that in the IK Foam Pro 12 a lot because it was just a great little pre-cleaner, pre-treatment. And
you had plenty of it to work with.
I had plenty of it to work with. So if you have anything like that, use it up, and then maybe look into something like this or Power Clean.
All right, Mike asked me this one earlier, and I got to be honest, I did not know. It sounded familiar, but I don't know what this particular thing is.
Anthony, you know what the Honda Shinetsu is? I don't know what that is.
The Honda Shiba Inu.
I think that's
just kidding.
I don't know what that Shinetsu is.
I know like all the weird like K cars and JDM stuff, like a lot of them, but I don't know that, which I'm assuming is what it is, unless we're talking about, well, Honda makes lots of things. It could be a motorcycle, it could be a lawnmower, it could be any of those things. But tell us, please. Okay. Before I have to go
John
Google
Roberts must have been listening in on my phone call yesterday. Modesta's BCO4 versus G-Technic CSU. Any thoughts? Evening, chaps. So I was on the phone with with my guys at my old shop. They currently are installers of both G-Technic CSU and Modesta. So they've noticed that really they like both products and they sell them just equally as well. And they've got customers that really like both. They feel that CSU is a little easier to install than BCO4, but they do really love the gloss on the BCO4. They say one of the neat things they like with Modesta BCO4 is they use it specifically on older vehicles. Now, Lupo does a lot of vintage cars too, and so they said there's a lot of single stage that they feel they get more gloss out of the BCO4 on single stage than using than if they did like CSU. And the reason, you got to remember, guys, they're working on vintage cars that are fully done and gorgeous, and they're a very high price tag. So it's not something where, they could put C1 on, top it with EXO if they wanted to. But what they're finding is the gloss level from BCO4 on single stage for some reason just works chemically. It just works really well.
Can't argue with that.
It's funny. That's the conversation I was literally having yesterday. So
Connor back again here with stolen corgi.
Levi said you said Milwaukee will come out with a DA. Is this insider knowledge or just guessing? That's a guess. My thing is I've just noticed Milwaukee is making a ton of tools. A ton of tools in the last 2 years.
Matt has been
it's crazy.
Pushing them out in videos a lot
with
recently.
Matt pushing them, I have a feeling they may get to that point that they may
kind of
just
feel like
do
they're
that.
but this is like educated guessing because we have
Fully
actually
educated.
zero relationship
I didn't think
with
they'd do a
Milwaukee.
lot with lighting, and they brought in a ton of lighting. So who knows?
No,
right?
we honestly don't know. We're just
You
guessing.
never know.
Okay, we've got little buddy, old pal.
Curry in the house.
Afternoon TRC crew. followed by
Bait Addict, you are correct. You can use that combination. So,
well, for the folks listening, what
so he says, I thought Ivan said you could use MDR and ONR to neutralize road salt. I heard in the Q&A with you guys back in the day. Yep, you can. Basically, you're just diluting the MDR within the ONR. And what it's doing is the MDR is basically killing the mineral deposit from that salt, and so in kind of neutralizing it. And so, but still, just be careful because MDR, it has to be well diluted, basically, and in order for it to be quite simply a spray-on wipe-off product.
Yeah, and it follows up here.
So, do you guys personally reuse coating? Coating removal towels for paint again, or just downgrade them instead? I downgrade them. That's just me personally, but I also work for a towel company, and I can do that.
You have access to a lot of towels.
But
when I didn't work here, I still downgraded.
Yeah,
because it's cost per use.
It just makes more sense not to. If you're doing something as expensive as a coating for a client, shouldn't you be using the nicest, best towels possible for the job?
Yeah, spend the money on the towels and then but then reuse them because you can keep reusing them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying throw them away when you're done.
Whether
I'm saying
downgrade them and use them. I mean, maybe Bait Addict, use them around your house. Clean the countertops, use them to wipe up spills on the floors in your dining room or in your kitchen or something. Use them to clean your bathroom. Like, there's a ton of uses for a towel that is still viable.
Yes, but if I have a towel that has coating in it and I don't do the due diligence to get it out in time and it hardens in there or whatever, then I would only use that on like tires, wheels,
use them for
undercarriage stuff, like oil changes, stuff that's not going to be on your paint or your clear.
Yeah, why not?
That's it.
So,
okay, bam. Well,
would you recommend Simple Green as an APC? Asks JT. Yeah, you can.
Tom Kirby.
Tom Kirby says, yes, you need to make a goat pen, Anthony. Can't let your goats run free. No. Rick Heine. Hey, TRC, I got a nice little package from TRC yesterday with, among other things, some awesome quality towels. For cost reasons, can I use Breakbuster instead of OPC to wash the towels? No,
don't do that. No. So basically, I guarantee you, if you put Breakbuster into your wash, it is going to create a foamy mess.
Too foamy.
And it's not going to be good. Don't do that.
You're going to have foam coming out of the seams.
You don't want to do that.
Wash.
Yeah. G. Davis says, will Fisher Park include a Guess Your Weight by Feet tent taco bar?
By feel.
By feel. Oh, God. Yeah, by feet. Anyways, I don't need to get into that. But hopefully,
That'll
man.
Be fun. That'll be fun.
No, what if I
cart?
What if I did like a tent, like it was like a little pop-up tent, right?
Taco tent.
And I just sold tacos locally. There's not a lot of traffic on that street.
No,
but
you probably won't sell them, a lot of them.
But
you might have some kids stop by on their bikes.
Some punks,
watch
right?
it close to the
tacos or steal some tacos. They'll Dane kick your table.
Well, so here's what's going to happen, right? I'm going to open up my taco bar, right? I'm going to have some kids passing by. I'm going to say, hey, you kids want to make some money?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I'll hire you to work my taco bar and teach you how to do this, right? And then what's going to happen?
That noise?
Oh, it's just Bart drilling.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, there's a lot of drilling and
there's some bubbling going on in the background.
Construction going on out there.
So basically, I hire these kids, right? I go into my house, relax, kick back, play with my dogs, and I come back out.
All your tacos
and all of my stuff is stolen.
Right.
I think that'll be a good time.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Fletch.
Moving on.
Which part of the IDA CD certification test is the toughest in your opinion? Honestly, it's surprising how many people.
Well, so the vocabulary, and that is one thing that might be the toughest for some people, right? Learning what a tannin stain is, right?
Chemicals.
Learning chemicals, learning kind of like, what type of chemicals are going to be able to neutralize blood. You need to be learning what kind of chemicals are going to be able to pull out coffee stains, things like that. And you don't have to get too in-depth on chemistry, but you have to know a lot of the basics.
The funny thing is there's a lot of folks who I hear just in passing or I see on, detail group on Facebook talk, they talk smack about the test. And they say, I don't need to take that CD exam because I know everything and I'm, taught by the streets, got the street smarts, don't need the book smarts, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
then I find out, right?
Filling this
then they
thing
actually
out.
do realize maybe I should take the test, and they take the test.
Because they look at the questions and go, "Oh, wait, what?"
And once they get into the test, they'll be on later. 6 months later, you see them pop up, and they'll be like, "That test is actually quite difficult."
But it's
and
not.
they
It's
didn't
not
realize.
designed just to purely be difficult for difficult sake.
No, it's just
stuff that
it's
you
literally
should
general
be aware of.
knowledge
Yeah.
and things that you need to be aware of, especially if you're running a business,
Yeah.
especially if you're serving the public.
There's some very important
Very
things
simple
in there
stuff.
for business
Dane hasn't
owners.
even taken it yet, but Dane would do very well in it. So
I'm sure I would at least get 75% or
I think
better.
you'd do a lot better.
Yeah.
Morgan was a CD as well. Morgan had her CD. She took the test.
Yeah.
Now she's a full detailer.
Now she's
full-time
a,
detailer.
yeah.
Yeah. We got
Rick
Rick
Heine.
here.
Also, the Spectrums are awesome towels for that low of a price. Also got some Dry Me Rivers and double twister scissors. Nice. Enjoy it.
Oh, very nice. Keyshawn?
Kishore Morale. Good evening, guys. On that pre-wash topic, I'm in the Caribbean, Trinidad. We get either rain or hot sun. I wash my daily driver 2 times a month. Nanolex pre-wash concentrate is an excellent choice. There you go. Thank you. Mr. K, love you guys. With the new
Mysterious
Rupes
Mr. K.
Pure, would you still use their diamond polish first, wipe off, then layer with Pure to get more gloss? No, actually, I think you can just use Pure and change your pads.
Yeah, so pure. It's the same abrasives that are in Uno, except basically Uno has the sealant and waxes built in, whereas Pure doesn't. So it still has kind of like that pad dependent cut, like a true polish should probably have. And so you can just switch up your pads, or if you want to, you can still go in with your heavy cut and then finish out with Pure. It's kind of up to you.
Okay.
Here we go. So we got the next question is
Katie,
love you.
do you
Katie.
guys know if 303 aerospace protectant is the same as their interior exterior protectant? I'm seeing that they changed the look of the bottle, but some are still showing the original white bottle. Katie, I don't know a lot about 303, so I can't say yes or no as to what that is. So I do know 303, the product. I do know the product,
You see it on store
brand,
shelves, you know.
but I don't know if they actually changed it up or if it's the same.
Right.
That's not
we
in our
wouldn't be the
wheelhouse.
ones to know
So,
that for sure.
Bait Addict asking the question, what is your favorite dessert?
Around the horn. Let's go.
Man, I have become pretty much addicted to Brookies.
See?
Cookie brownies. And I
Oh,
brought
yeah,
those in
that.
today.
Yo, they're so good.
I really like the Albertsons brand Brookies. I think they're delicious.
Those are, it's quite literally dough.
It feels like it.
Wow.
Then there is a Betty Crocker pack that you can buy.
Yeah.
That you can make your own. And you get brownie mix and cookie mix together. And you put the brownies in and then you put the dough on top.
Oh, my gosh.
It cooks just like what we just had.
Yeah.
They're delightful. But I don't know what it is. that is one of my favorite desserts right now is a Brookie.
I
don't
think
know
I
if
already
it's
know Dane's.
seasonal.
I know everybody knows what Dane's favorite dessert is, because he typically likes to
Pecan
ask.
pie.
No, he says, "How's the cheesecake?"
The cheesecake. That's
Is
a
that
good
it?
question.
It's true.
My
Is
kids
that-
are also like
cheesecake,
that.
various varieties. I'm not wild about chocolate cheesecake. For whatever reason, I feel like the chocolate takes away from the different sweetness that you get from the cheesecake. I prefer
Oh my
I
God.
prefer like a berry or
We were at a
some
very
kind of-
fancy restaurant when we were
Oh,
back
excuse
east.
me, sir. How is your cheesecake?
One
here?
of the fanciest restaurants that we've ever eaten at is TRC, right? Where everything was like 10 out of 10 good, right? It wasn't like, hey, this is okay. It was everything was good.
Beautiful.
And then
looked like we were in
Dane-
an old farmhouse that had been
Yeah.
repurposed.
It was quite
into this
interesting.
Delightful valet
And
restaurant.
After having what could have possibly been one of the better meals that we've had in our lives, Dane has the audacity, right? When he comes and says, "What kind of dessert would you like?"
After a delightful, I mean, this was 14 of us sitting
Yeah.
at this table. Got to be a couple $1,000 dinner, according to Thankfully, our friend Phil paid for it, but.
You're saying this like it was unprompted.
Just one of those things where we were like, wow, such a delightful dinner.
Blessed, like
Really blessed to
yeah.
be sitting there enjoying ourselves.
Absolutely.
Morgan was still conscious.
Yeah.
She did feel very lightheaded and sick
Yeah, she did.
beforehand, so she was able
Not as
to
fun.
eat, enjoy herself. So we were all feeling really good. I was sitting across from Noxie. We were enjoying this delightful commentary back and forth. You were next to me. You and Phil were talking about the Forerunner.
Yeah,
the
we
benefits
were.
because you were looking at buying one.
Right.
Yeah.
We were all in just a wonderful mood. And then Dane
From the back.
straight up asks the maitre d', how's the cheesecake?
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. How is the cheesecake here?
Yeah, I'm like, we're all the entire
just
table stops and looks over.
Clink, clink, clink,
Like,
everyone just
how is
stops.
the cheesecake? Like, do you think it's going to be bad?
No, I've found to have pretty good luck with people. You ask them a question. Of course, your assumption is, they'll just tell you everything's good. No,
It's
I've
good.
run into waiters who are like, I would pass on that one. I would go for this instead.
Right.
And either they have some kind of like commission incentive on something, but usually it's more of a just.
I've never known a waiter to have a commission incentive.
I don't know that it's that necessarily.
Commission-based job?
I don't know. Generally, they don't want to steer you wrong. Like I don't know. I assume there's people out there who recommend
Didn't
things.
you have swordfish?
I did have swordfish, yes.
Anyway, we've been down this road too
fantastic.
long. All I wanted to say
It's a
was
steak is what it was. Swordfish
I've
steak.
not been led astray.
What did you have on that day before you asked for the cheesecake?
Did you eat the meatballs? The spaghetti meatballs?
I had like a salad thing.
Oh.
Okay, this is a detailing podcast. We are way off base, and now I've lost my place.
So
what's your favorite dessert?
Dude, my favorite right now, right
the
at this
second half,
moment,
it's okay.
I'm chip cookies for sure.
Yeah, that's a
like
good
I
way to
just
do it.
like I just can't stop eating those. But I change. I like everything from chocolate cake to other sweets.
Mm-hmm. So Hans says Morgan has Luke chained up deep in the Texas woods. Bait Addict says any chance for the Liquidator towel 6535, so absorbent that only the finest baiters could buy. You never know, man. You never know. Chris McCallum, Levi teased the Gauntlet 2s, and someone in the podcast group asked me again to ask again. So the Gauntlet 2s, the V2, they're out there. They're on the website.
Yeah.
You can buy them.
So I think people are expecting this like earth-shattering difference.
No, it's just a design change.
It's literally, if you look at it, the difference between V1 and V2 is some horizontal lines.
Yeah, we put some horizontal lines in it, utilizing the plusher fiber. What we found was this stops that snail trail happening from
like the
Gauntlet.
lawn mowing lines, if you go that
when
way.
When you do a drag dry, if the towel gets oversaturated, it would start to leave a light snail trail. And
But with these lines,
with the lines,
it squeegee
creates
off.
a squeegee effect across and picks up.
And the beauty of it is that you can play checkers on it.
That too. So, where's the next one, Dane?
Boom. There you go.
Just ordered about half your products for my Mustang wash. Nice. Good work, Brett.
Follows up a little
last
bit
week,
here.
but couldn't find that dragon sprayer. Is it coming back? Bonus, the order already shipped. Awesome. Dragon sprayer.
He means the TR1.
Oh, the IK?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tier 1, yeah. I think I referred to it as the dragon sprayer.
Well, yeah, there was
because they say it's like a dragon fire, right?
Oh,
They say
nice.
it's like a dragon.
Yeah.
I think I referenced
Yes.
that.
When will the cordless DA be the norm like a cordless drill? I don't know. Aaron, 10 years? 5 years? I have no idea.
People still have their range anxiety about batteries, whether it's in a car or tool.
Dane has the
whatever.
worst luck with batteries. I think they're pretty.
Well,
I am an energy vampire.
Yep, Dane is an
no,
energy
he
vampire.
somehow I'll never get it.
Oh, that's a nice battery. Touches it. Oh, it's at 50% now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
we
leave.
will literally do a shoot all day with anybody else running a camera. The moment Dane walks up and touches a camera, the battery is dead, and we need to replace it.
It's like magic,
Yeah.
but awful
So.
magic.
Arsalan Sayed, guys, coated my car last night.
Oh,
Dane just deleted it.
I was
No,
like, oh,
that's not
wow.
it either. Okay.
We're jumping around.
Guys, coated my car last year with CSU and EXO, but my cat's jumping on the hood and marring it. I'm looking for a larger towel that would cover my hood. Any suggestion? My car cover mars it too.
Honestly, man,
Everything's gonna mar it.
Yeah.
If you got a cat jumping on it, that's why Anthony freaked out when we were at his house the other
that
day. The
was
neighbor
great.
cat ran into his garage. We had to get it out.
I couldn't believe it, the audacity that cat had to run
went
inside
straight
my
for the
garage,
Evo.
right? Went straight for the Evo, and then I walk around the car. He runs underneath
Well, he
the
was hiding
car,
from you.
right?
You're a much
and I'm
larger
like,
animal than
you're
him."
gonna mar the underside of my vehicle.
Well,
The
no,
part no one sees.
his paws would have to touch the under.
Yeah,
he'd
he'd
lay
have
on
to be
his
like,
back.
no,
His
upside
hair,
down on his back.
hair is gonna damage
hair's
my
quite
my
soft.
Gosh.
Cat hair's
tray.
quite soft.
No. I'm pretty
Soft,
sure
soft,
whatever
I'm kidding.
oil leak
I'm not that
your
crazy.
JDM
I'm
car
pretty
inevitably
crazy. I'm not
has
that crazy.
will.
So, Yokes Ty Brooks, hey TRC, any thoughts on Clean Korea? They're a
There
good
you
company.
go. Yes.
Yeah, they're a very good company.
And
Alkaline Trio used FSC last weekend on my friend's Chally last weekend. Good stuff. One thing, it seems like we had to use a lot to lift the water spots after a washing. Is this normal? Well, yeah, it's more of a quick detailer than an actual water spot remover. It's a quick detailer with water spots. So if it's a light water spotting, it's not going to have a problem.
Oh, also
Want a
let
heavy?
it
Use
let
the
it
W8.
let it dwell for a little while
Yeah.
That
too,
too.
right? So it's another thing too. So with FSC, you can actually let it sit on the surface for 30 seconds or so before wiping it off. Just if you're in direct sunlight, be a little bit faster, but any type of heavier application of water spot removal where I've used FSC, I've let it sit, wipe it off, and I have to hit again, I'll hit it again. But for the most part, man, on fresh water spots, it doesn't get better than that product.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And the whole point is, unlike a water spot remover, you don't have to spray something on afterwards to wipe it up or anything. It works.
Carissa says she downgrades her towels and puts a big X on the towel using a Sharpie. Smart. Paul Clouseau, I heard that you're opening a store in Toronto, Ontario.
What?
If so, when are you doing so? We aren't.
That would be news to
Sorry,
us.
Paul. Yeah, we just learned about that. However, one of our distributors may be opening
that
a
would
store,
be more likely.
and that's probably what you're hearing. So, and they just distribute products for us.
Right,
So,
yeah, you can find
but
them
I don't
all
know.
on our website.
You have to find out. Auto Obsessed is one of our primary distributors in Canada. You can talk to them and find out. Aaron, will power clean foam when you agitate it like PNS exterior cleaner? Yes. Interior cleaner? Yes.
Absolutely.
Brake Buster as a pre-soak for towels? No.
Don't do that.
Why is that
No.
out there?
Stop it.
Somebody else asked
Stop
that,
it.
and now
No.
they're treating it like it's like,
Yeah.
don't.
No.
Don't.
We say no.
You don't do that.
All right. Too Sweet
No.
Detailing. What test? The
Oh,
IDA
the IDA,
certification
yeah.
exam. Just got done with a big shift. Keep up the grind, fellas. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Too Sweet.
Aaron's Top Sweet Detailing IDA. Yep. Too Sweet says thank you.
Not top sweet, too sweet.
Too Sweet.
Like the cheesecake
Yeah.
that Dane likes.
Top Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. Aaron says, no problem. Hans, IDA exams help me a lot when getting into a shop. Good shape for a FACWA membership. Bit same as your ASC. It's a certificate businesses and body shops. Damn, nice. Sweet.
Okay.
Hans, a guy who checked my shop, was amazed how much I had in terms of safety and labeled a lot. And also everything was neatly placed and sorted. Nice. That's awesome, man.
Smart man.
John Roberts,
All right.
Edgeless 365 and Pearl are the only two towels I need. What else do I add to the arsenal as a pro?
I would say Eagles.
Yep.
Have a handful of nice Eagles. Have your drying towels that you'd like. I'd say Liquidators are just a fantastic drying towel along with double twistress. So basically, you already have two towels. You have your all-purpose, pretty much everything towel, the Edgeless 365. The Pearl is the fantastic coating towel and other great uses as well. But really what you need is you need a final touch towel. You need a drying towel. And then I'd probably throw in just another all-purpose towel into the mix. So whether it's a creature, maybe somebody, let's just say a creature, high-quality drying towel. I would have your flush, your plush final wipe down towels, your Eagles, and then maybe even get yourself just a dedicated dirty jobs towel like the gray miner or like a black creature for your wheels and other dirty jobs, and then call it good. You don't need more than that.
Yeah. Oh, figure out a
Grapefruit
detailing.
softball, kids mini basketball. My wife cannot get mad at me now for peeing in the shower because I can't aim to use the toilet. It's
Oh,
all right.
dear.
It's all right.
Oh dear.
We hope for the best, Joe. Alkaline says he hears that Bait Addict has plenty of spills in his house, and Bait Addict says too many. Now I'll use my coating towels for such spills. Too Sweet. I'd love to see a collab drying towel with TRC and Autofiber.
You know what? Actually, if you look at
never
a
know.
previous detox cast we did
Yeah,
one on the
we had
channel here.
Ian from
we had
Autofiber
Ian
on.
from Autofiber on, and we chatted with him, and we had Jimbo Balaam on as well
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
It was a great chat. It was back in April,
Yeah.
March, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. So yeah, go back, check that out. That was a really good episode. Okay, we've got
Aaron asking if the Detail Guard's Dirt Trap works better than the OG Grit Guard. I actually have one of each, and I have them in one of each of my buckets. So I actually have the Detail Guard's Dirt Trap in my Yeti bucket,
Which one did you notice the biggest difference with?
and neither.
Neither. Right?
They work about the
kind of the
they're
same
about
story.
same.
And if you really want to jump into the specifics of it, John at Forensic Detailing has a video where he tests out, I think, 4 or 5 different types of
In
grit
clear buckets,
guards
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
in clear buckets. And I think the winner came out as Grit Guard, the original Grit Guard.
You
came
got to
out on
remember,
top.
Grit Guard, for as simple as it looks, is crazy effective.
Yeah.
And the Grit Guard company is owned by the Lamb family.
Sweetest
and
people. Nicest
the
people.
Lambs, Mr. Lamb, is the one who developed and designed, and he is
The original.
I believe he's got an engineering background, and he just started tinkering in his garage, and he likes making stuff, and he developed and patented that Grit Guard and that technology. So
which every other one has
but the guy
basically
is the
been designed
sweetest.
to
Him and
compete
his
with
wife
that,
are the
so.
sweetest people. They've got their kids that working for them. They developed a pad washer. They've developed a bunch of different stuff
Yeah.
for their. They've got the bucket casters and dollies. He's designed all this stuff. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're great people. So surprising how simple yet effective.
If it works, it works. Okay, we got Weiner. I almost said Loberson. Have you watched Family Guy?
Yes.
I remember. I haven't watched it anytime recently,
No.
but in the past, definitely.
Bait Addict Microcut has a pre-soak for towels. Dane, I'm with
No.
you. Buried cheesecakes are money, says Bucky. And then Innovate, Breakbuster in my towels. The washer stopped working. Yeah, do not put Breakbuster in your wash.
Just where are you guys
Who
getting this
started
idea?
this? Stop it. Stop it.
Somebody mean started that one because they're messing with you. Don't listen to that.
Do
at
not.
all.
Oh, Scott Kelly with a great question. Hello. Any more mystery bag specials in the future?
Toast to go. What's up,
Toast to
Scott?
go.
How are you, man?
So, yes. So we are wanting to do another one soon. The thing is these are special for us, and we want to keep them special.
Yeah. You can't be doing
I
it
don't
all
want
the
to. We don't want to have them all the time because it's something that we have a lot of fun doing it, picking out the products that are going to go inside these, and we don't want people to get sick of them either. And I feel like if we keep them infrequent, it makes them more special, and so when they do come around, it gets people more excited because I get excited because by the time we're picking out new products and stuff, to put in these things, we're very happy doing it because we have control of what we get to choose and in terms of the overall lineup. And then whatever happens for the mystery bag, whatever happens. But at least we know, hey, at least they're getting some cool stuff within it.
Yeah, I like that.
Simple enough.
So JWL
it moved on me.
says, what would you pick to do a one-step on a 12-year-old German car with slight scratches, swirls, an orange pad or a microfiber pad? I'd do an orange pad.
Well, what I would do, actually, 12-year-old German car with slight scratches, I would actually pick up the yellow wool and the blue
But he's
wool.
only got those two options.
I'm just
orange
saying.
pad or microfiber pad? What would
I'm
you
just
pick?
saying. I would probably just use orange pad, but if it was me, I would pick up Uno.
Oh.
The Uno Protect.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
would pick up the yellow wool and the blue
Oh, my
wool.
gosh.
And then I'd just go to town with that. That's
Wow.
a one-step. True
Done and
one-step.
done.
That would be a great one step. Don Bush
back
says, thanks for the info on the IDA, looking at the website. Now, I'm a weekend warrior. I'd like to expand my knowledge and skills. Tips to prepare for the certification exams. Worth it?
Go to Obsessed Garage and
Yeah.
look at some of the videos Matt did where he took the CD and the skills validation test. He videoed both of those. Take a look and see. Watch those series. See. The other thing is you can go to, you can just type in IDA CD exam and see there are some, the hard part is there are some old work sheets and they're just kind of ideas of what it's going to be on the test. The problem is it's for the first generation test, not the new test.
Right.
So yes, they will work, but they're not really.
It's not the whole story.
Yeah.
Here we go. So Betax says, any new towels that have passed testing will be released for 2020? I think we have a couple up our sleeves that we're waiting on, but
We've got a couple coming.
But we're frying some other fish right now.
Yeah.
Bait crew. We have some other big fish that we're
Big
frying,
stuff that
and that would
some
be
products, some not products.
yeah,
It's-
some things that you would like
Yeah.
to be released soon. So we'll keep you guys
us, we're
updated.
always thinking. We're always working on
John
something.
Hull in the house.
John!
Hello,
Do you think
John.
he's still wearing his 4X Rupes sweater?
I don't know. I just
I
know,
hope so.
John, I heard you had a bad day today. Just want you to know, we
What
love
the
you,
heck?
brother. We miss you.
Yeah.
We wish you were here. We would have given you a big group hug
Absolutely.
would've.
between all of us.
We
and
would have split a monster with him.
we would have split a
We
monster
would have
with
split
you.
his favorite
friends.
tropical flavor monster, and we all would have toasted.
We would have gone to Boise Fry Company.
Yep.
Gotten
Oh,
him
we
some bougie
would've.
fries.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
And then we could have sat on our couch here and told stories.
Yeah. Oh, would have been delightful.
Would have been awesome.
All right,
Just so
John,
you know,
you're
we
always
love
welcome.
you.
You know
we
that.
miss you. Big hug from all of us.
All right, we got Hansi.
What if you used a mitt? What if you have a mitt, use a brake to wash the wheels, rinse the mitt under running water? After that, safe to put in the water? Well, yeah,
that's
of
fine.
course.
That's
We're
not
just
what I'm
saying,
saying.
don't
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 Brake
put-
Buster
It's
in the
different
water.
if you
in
used
there.
a product
That's weird.
with
Don't do that.
Brake Buster
Don't.
and it had some on it and goes in the wash. That's different. Instead of using it like a freaking detergent, that's a whole other matter.
Beta Addict says, any thoughts on G-Wash compared to OCW or Pearl?
G-Wash is slick.
G-Wash
It's
is slick. It's a great product. I think everything feels. I mean, Optimal Car Wash was one of my favorites. Pearl is another staple in the line that I use. However, man, the Kosh Chemi soap. It's ruined me. I don't know what else to say. The scent, the foam,
Remember,
look,
Anthony is
it
a
has
smells
ruined
guy.
me.
If it has a
And
smell that he likes
Yeah.
better, he's automatically
I
turned to that
can't, man.
one.
That's just it.
That gives
for
it,
me.
like, bonus
that's
points
the one.
immediately.
That's the girl that got away that I finally got her
Oh,
back.
yeah.
At the same
Nice.
time, I mean, each one of them does something a little uniquely. Like Pearl and Optimum Car Wash couldn't be more different from each other in terms of the way you use the soap. I mean, one's very thick and one is very slick and kind of watery. Different deal with the Pearl, but yeah, it's normal stuff. You're used to having differences there, so it's not like it's all the same stuff, which I know everybody's concerned about.
John Roberts, can I use a miner on door jams or metal only?
Yes.
Yeah, you can because it's a 365. Edgeless 365. You're good to go. John Hole, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That would have been an amazing day. P.S. I still got the Rupes top on.
Nice. Looking good. Looking fresh.
Kirby Thompson, TRC, tell them to come to Mobile Tech February and do the prep and exam in a day. It was a great experience. There you go.
Yeah.
Kirby actually took that this year when he went to Mobile Tech, did the IDA
Did he?
CD in a day event.
That's
So,
good. Yeah.
That's the
really
way to
great.
do it.
Yeah.
All right. Last on the list, guys, get them in. You got 2 minutes.
Is the Koch one cost effective and can be used in a bucket? Absolutely,
Yep.
it is. Yeah, it is. You don't need a whole lot. It's heavily dilutable, and for bucket washing, it's fantastic. It's an overall really good soap. Yoiks Thai Brooks. Hi guys, thoughts on whether you guys should save money buying twice and shell out on a Rupes Flex polisher or start with something more affordable? You need to figure out whether or not that polishing is the right thing for you.
Exactly.
I always try to tell people that before dishing out the major money, and you can find that by maybe using a friend, borrowing a friend's, or just seeing if that's
using a friend's polisher, not using a friend.
Yeah, well, you can use your friend as well, but you just need to find out this is something that you want to do or get into, because there's plenty of people that buy nice Rupes or Flexes and they just sit on the shelf and they never get used.
Yeah.
And that's several $100s, right, that you're not utilizing. So figure out whether or not this is something that you want to do before jumping into that kind of investment.
If you're serious about actually getting into it, you try it, you decide, hey, this is for me, I like polishing, then you plan on whether or not you're going to be using it a lot. If you're going to be doing many jobs in a week or something like that, it makes a lot of sense then to bump up to the good stuff, the Rupes, stuff like that, because the lack of vibration compared to the cheaper ones you get with the nasty, rickety kind of feel, they work. You can make it work, but eventually that's going to take a toll on your, joints and everything. Levi can speak to that. But yeah, no, don't beat yourself up if you don't have
What are
to.
you talking about? Levi's joints are great.
No, they're not.
As he's soaking in Windex.
he just holds his hands up
Yeah.
and it's brittly like dust.
That stain from the dashboard that just cracks.
So Bait Addict, yes, it's the gentle snow foam that you can use in a bucket. Prestige Detailing Studio says all the Koch Chemi scents smell great. Even the RRR, I just particularly like the smell of Top Star dressing. Top Star is awesome.
Okay, so
That's it.
that rounds things out. Anything left to say before we go, guys?
boys.
No,
All
it's
right.
Friday Eve. Hope you guys had fun. Make sure, Hector, you post those videos of your Tiburon on the Rag Company discussion group on Facebook. If you're not a member of the discussion group, please go on there and join.
It's
We
a
love
fun
having you. We've
place.
had a lot of fun.
It's a big
I
old
posted
hangout.
a video today of the Suburban coming down that trail that we talked about in the podcast. If you missed the video on the podcast, I posted it on the group page.
You will
It's great.
cringe.
Yeah. So, Dane, take it away.
Oh, before we go, I also want to make sure in the podcast discussion group, because we have fun with this, start throwing things out there. If you got like local Craigslist listings or Facebook Marketplace listings for cars, and you're into like fix it up, flip it kind of stuff, throw them at us. Show us some interesting listings in your area.
Yeah.
Because you never know what gems are waiting for you.
I'll take all the Honda Civics. Just pass them over to me. I'll
And
let you know.
second-gen Dodges.
And second-gen Dodge Rams.
Dodges.
You just go poke the
Particularly
dash with like a feather
dash
duster. The whole thing
pictures,
just
please.
dust.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that pretty much does it. Now, before we go, I am going to say, please subscribe if you haven't already. I've looked at the data. It says that 70% of the people who watch our channel are not subscribed.
Wow.
How is that, guys? How is
Crazy.
that? So let's turn those numbers around. And if you know someone else who watches and they're not subscribed, nicely shame them into clicking the red button. It's not that hard.
Doesn't
And plus,
cost
you're
you
coming and
anything.
hanging out anyway. It doesn't cost you anything. It's for the good of us to get out to more people. We grow, and you get to enjoy the ride. So, at any rate, we really appreciate it. And before I go, also, FAQ channel. You didn't think I was going to leave without saying it, but it's true.
Oh, you
he
got
had
it.
it ready, primed and ready. The
Just
Rag
like Anthony
Company
pumping on that
FAQ
IK.
channel. It's grown up pretty quick. I'm happy to see that more people are discovering it, which is great. But that can always be improved. If you know somebody who has a lot of detailing questions and you feel like you just don't have the time to answer them all, direct them over to the FAQ channel. Maybe with any luck, it'll help them out. So that's it. All right. Till next time, guys. This is us saying adios. See you next week.
Cheers.